Just getting adjusted here. I might have to pull the camera up. All right. Does that look better or no? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Slash go. So thank you for everything, guys. I appreciate all your help and support. Yeah. Yeah, I'll miss you guys too. Honestly, it's been a little bit emotional today. So I've been a bit out of sorts too. So yeah. Okay. Sure. Absolutely. Everything sounds good though. Yeah.
Standardbred Association is working with you to ensure a vibrant horse racing community. Shared stories call for a united voice. That's COSA, representing the interests of horse people racing at Ontario racetracks. So whether you're first, last, or somewhere in between, we've got your back. With insurance, benefits, free lifetime memberships, and more. COSA. Follow our stories on social and check out the process at cosaonline.com.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Raceway at Western Fair District, London, Ontario, for some half-mile harness racing action. Sugar Dough with you from the Eye in the London Sky, providing weather conditions. Program changes for this Wednesday evening card. The track condition, racing officials have it good with a 2-second variant. Good with a 2-second variant. The temperature, it's 10 Fahrenheit, minus 13 Celsius. A breeze from the south. It's a good thing that it's a south breeze this evening. Might be a flurry in the air throughout the race card, but conditions are fine right now for winter winter racing in London. Changes are coming right up. Stand by. Alrighty, race number 1, starting up a very popular Pick 5 play, $7,500 guaranteed pool. There are no changes in tonight's opener. Race number 2, there is a scratch of 6, Fear the Crush. I can also pass this along. This just in, a single claim entered on number 2, Share the Moment, in race number 2. Again, a single claim entered for number 2, Share the Moment, in that second race, starting up the early Pick 4, and again, scratch the 6 from race 2. Race number 3 on the evening. You can scratch the 1, Red Sky Tonight. These are all weather scratches this evening. I believe there's 8 on tonight's race card, 8 weather scratches. So in the third, scratch the 1, Red Sky Tonight. Flip on over to race 4. The fourth race, we have 6, Kiss It Better, scratching. Judges scratch for 6, Kiss It Better, in the fourth race. Race 5, an early high five opportunity, non-jackpot wagers, all through the menu here in London. Judges scratch of 3, Papiamento, in the fifth. Take out 3 in race 5, the early high five play. The back half of this Wednesday night program starts up race 6. It's the opening leg of a late Pick 5. Field of 8 on the pace, no changes. Then in race number 7, a shoeing change for 2 Hogwash. The 2 Hogwash going steel to aluminum up front. And judges scratches of both 3, Come On Barney, and 4, Livin' Large. Steel to aluminum shoes up front for 2. Scratch the 3 and 4. Race 7 to start up our late Pick 4. Race number 8 of 10. Number 5, Champagne Bettina, was racing here on Monday evening. Led all the way, just missed. Finishing second to 5, Daryl Thiessen was driving. I've got blinkers going on 1, Final Dream, in race 8. I will double check on that. 9th race, race number 9. The 1, Sinbuster 6. Maybe that's where the blinkers came from then. That's likely correct there for blinkers on 1, Sinbuster 6, race 9. 10th and final, the high 5 finale. Again, non-jackpot wagers throughout our menu here at the Raceway. Scratching both 3, Mostly Dally, and the 4, My Outside Voice. The 9 will not be moving in, so remove the 3, 4, and 9. In race number 10, the exactor try, still a super high 5 non-jackpot in play. We have got you up to speed thus far on tonight's changes. Again, a good track to start things up. Dry conditions. Good track, dry conditions, a 2-second variant. We'll take a short break right now, and we'll come back with a whole lot more, including ticket ideas brought to you by Abode Home Comfort. Robert Reed Jr. Joining us for the broadcast commentary and so much more tonight. There's lots more to come. Stick around for the pregame. You don't want to miss it.
In harness racing, there are options when it comes to owning a standardbred racehorse. You can own the entire horse, or you can share the horse with a few partners, or you can share with a lot of partners in a fractional ownership stable. Whatever option you choose, you'll find the experience of owning a racehorse connects people to horses and to one another in truly remarkable and sometimes unexpected ways. To learn more about standardbred racehorse ownership in Ontario, reach out to connect with someone who can help you get started on your journey.
Hi, welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching the Raceway at Western Fair District, London, Ontario. Sugar Doyle with you from the eye in the London sky. Back with you for 10 races carded this evening. We're coming in off a cancel last evening due to frigid temperatures throughout the Forest City and elsewhere. There were plenty of cancels last night across North America for horse racing, and more cancels this evening as far as the thoroughbreds south of the border. But we're good to go for 10 races this evening in London. 8 scratches, all weather related on this evening's card. And with us tonight, a special Wednesday evening at the racetrack here in London with a friend of the show, Robert Reed Jr. Now, Robert Reed Jr. we've known for years now as the Tuesday night special. Well, tonight it's a Wednesday night special with Robert Reed Jr. Robert, how goes it where you're at tonight?
Oh, it's going fantastic, Sugar, and really happy to have the opportunity to come on tonight on this Wednesday evening. Unfortunately, we had to cancel last night, but happy to be a go tonight, and always thrilled to be on here with you, my friend.
You know what? Had some great times with you on the broadcast over the years, and 10 races on tap tonight. We'll be looking to heat things up with a Pick 5 play starting up in race number 1. Before we get talking about any ticket ideas, though, we might want to be talking about what's in play for you going forward. Let's just go with it.
Yeah, we might as well, right? And
yeah.
This is gonna be my last broadcast here at the Raceway in London, and I've got an opportunity within the industry. So I'm staying in the industry. Once you're in this sport, you're never getting out of it, right?
100%.
So I'm still going to be in the industry, but in a very different capacity. And I will be, having to leave the broadcast here. Tonight's my last show, and then on Friday it'll be the last night providing selections for the Raceway. As well. So very thrilled that you guys let me come on tonight so that I could say, I let people know anyways. I just disappear. And obviously a little bit of an emotional night for me because, we started this, Sugar, early October 2021.
Wow.
And back then when we first started this show together on Tuesday nights and other nights as well sometimes, we never really knew each other. And I don't know if people know that. And we kind of became, colleagues and friends.
Yeah.
Right on the air, having conversations about the sport we love. So
it's true.
Tonight's going to be a little emotional for yours truly.
And you know what? I think it took some time for us actually to meet in person somewhere along the way.
Yeah, it definitely did. I think it was one of the big stakes nights. I finally came out and we, finally got to shake hands and see each other. I think we'd obviously, kind of crossed paths here and there over the years, but never, really knew each other before then. And, very thankful for my time here, though. It's been such a big opportunity for me. It's obviously helped me springboard into other things, and obviously the Horse Players Journal, which I'll also be vacating as well at the end of this week at Woodbine Park. That was something that helped me obviously get my name known out there to do these broadcasts. And my time here and at Grand River Raceway, I'm going to miss them as well. Are certainly, and Costa TV, anywhere that I've done live broadcast work, it has really been my favorite time in this sport. Getting to talk to the participants, the drivers, the trainers, and seeing these beautiful animals up close, and obviously working with amazing broadcast personalities. So, it's a bit tough because this is just my last broadcast here at the Raceway. Yeah, it's probably my last broadcast in horse racing.
Well, you know what? We're so happy to have you with us. Yeah. And you know what? When the cancel came down last night, first thing I wanted to make sure of is that we could have you aboard for the show one more time. And this tonight. You're the Tuesday night special or the Wednesday night special, right? Final broadcasting event for Robert Reed Jr. here at the Raceway. Yeah.
Sugar, one thing, I'm moving on to something that I've been, thinking about for a long time and wanting to do for a long time. Very excited about the opportunity. So
wonderful.
I hope people, are excited about that as well.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about that more throughout the evening. But I figured the best way to handle this is for you and me to talk about it like we do everything else, Sugar, right? We talk about it, and we don't sugarcoat anything. So, again, thanks for having me on tonight.
Yeah, you bet. And here's the thing. I myself, knowing you for almost 4 years now, I think we're pretty much cut from the same cloth. Growing up in racing, playing along since we were kids, and having parents that followed the racing closely. So for me, I think that's where the chemistry kicked off right away. We both knew where we were coming from and what we liked in racing. And like you said, wasn't a whole lot sugar-coated in our 4 years on the broadcast here in London. And for that, I thank you.
I thank you, pal. I know that you and I will continue these conversations, for years, and I've got a friend for life. But, I will miss Tuesday nights, but tonight we get to have Wednesday night together.
You bet. Let's go dive right into some Pick 5 ticket ideas brought to you by Abode Home Comfort. And right off the bat here, we did have a claiming action for number 2, Share the Moment, easy winner. Easiest of winners off the pocket ride last time out, just jogging. Really a training trip is what it looked like. brushing through the lane to go on by the pace setter DW's Darlene, who she will be facing again tonight. Could line up again like that in race number 2. Opening leg of the pick 5. We're using Ladies from Hell, age pacing mare of the year. 2024 at the Raceway, 11 victories, many of them right here in London. We've been calling her the Queen of London in recent starts, and that she is. 11-year-old daughter of Classic Card Shark for Team Sumner. Garrett Rooney, of course, staying on. Also including 3, I'm a Doll. She just missed last time out. Second by a neck for trainer John Pentland. Sam Fillion, the call to catch drive that one tonight. And then the 5, Val Victorian, going back on the regular rotation here for Team Cullen. And then, as mentioned, race 2, Share the Moment. There is a single claim entered, likely to be a single for many in the multi-leg wagers here in the early going tonight. Number 2, Share the Moment, popping off the page in the second race. Third race, we're 3 deep in there with Steady As We Go, Plaisir, and Small Town Bad Girl, making the Raceway debut for trainer Darrell Laver. Garrett Rooney, the choice for Rooney. Number 6, Small Town Bad Girl in the third. Fourth race, we're looking at Handbag of Cheesies, big trip for third over Flamborough and the Latest and Scarlet Dragon, Mini Million. And on the end of things, I'm using Trident Sealster with a rail advantage, Fernhill Breeze in the center, and Fear the Shadow, the big upset in the Latest. 1, 4, and 6 for me on the end of the Pick 5 play. Robert Reed Jr., your best go on your Pick 5 ticket. Let's do it.
Yeah, you know what, Sugar? We are on the same page tonight, really, throughout this sequence. I went 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the opener. Kind of thought it was maybe a wide open event. I like the 4-speaker Nancy a little bit in there. The second race, I'm all in on the 2, Share the Moment. She's been incredible, as of late, and she likes to win here. So I'm going right back to her after an impressive victory last time. 3, 6 in race number 3. I like Plaisir. I think that's a nice little class adjustment for her. Small Town Bad Girls, one that intrigues me for the Labor Barn, the 6 in there. Race number 4, the 3 and 4. Handbag of Cheesy last time, completely locked and blocked, no chance. I think the 4th, Scarlet Dragon, though, good spot for her, nose back on gate. Maybe we see her rebound in a big way. Race 5, though, I went deep. Maybe an all button should have been a better option here. You'd probably tell me, Rob, just hit the all button. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8, going 5 deep in there.
Right.
I think it's a wide open event. I really do. And I think maybe we get a price to close out this Pick 5. Spending a lot on this one, way more than I usually spend. But we're going to tighten up on the late one and really save our pennies for the late Pick 5.
Well, you know what? Final night of the broadcast, go out with a bang, right? Let's hit this early Pick 5 to start things off in the right spot. And like we've been doing in recent race cards, this is winter racing in London, folks. Horses will be post-parading and then pretty much going to the starting gate. So, Rob, there's not going to be a whole lot of time for us to be discussing horses following the post-parade, but we're going to do our best to bring what we're seeing on track and on the broadcast to folks that are tuned in this evening. And, Rob, if you happen to catch anything through the final quarter or stretch drives tonight, feel free to chime in right after the race, and the mic is yours all night.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sugar. We'll get through like we always do, right? I'm looking forward to a great card of racing with my good buddy, Sugar Doyle.
Right on. Come along for the ride, folks. And if you're watching and wagering and playing along, and even if you're not wagering tonight, feel free to leave some messages on the X/Twitter feed for Robert Reed Jr. this evening, and happy to have him with us on this Wednesday night program. It's 10 races on tap. We'll see them on Post Parade shortly. Again, a single claim for 2. Share the Moment in race number 2, leg 2 of this very popular Pick 5 play. Live shot from our paddock there. The horses and drivers exiting with their caretakers. See them on post parade here soon. In the first race, number 3, I'm a Doll. Just missed in preferred action here last week. A must play for the pick 5. Right now an odds on 4-5 favorite. Here we go. We've got some very nice pacing mares stepping out for a post parade, including our age pacing mare of the year 2024 at the Raceway. This is one, Ladies from Hell. Racing for Mike and Shay Sumner of London. Mike trains. Garrett Rooney stays on indeed. Post 2 for Sports Duchess. Travis Henry gets the call for Tag Farm Inc. and Gerard Demers. Gerard training. Very strong combination here in London. Demers and Henry. They've got 2. Sports Duchess here in the opener. And number 3, it'll be I'm a Doll, Sam Fillion. Going on tonight for Al Bowden, Sherry Sumner, John Pentland. John trains against Sam Fillion for 3, I'm a Doll. Number 4, Speaker Nancy, racing for Jamie Copley. Along with Ottawa Bob Racing Stable, Joe McIsaac trained, Paul McKenzie driven. Number 4, Speaker Nancy. Then the 5, Val Victorian. She going back on the rotation here for A1 Stable of Dundas. Jody Cullen training Travis Cullen in a sulky. And then an outside chance for the 6, Chocolate for Lunch. Jay Harris driving for Scott Mason. The trainer is Derek Anderson. Great looking field of 6 on the pace. No changes here in the opener. Exactor Try. Superfecta. It's the Daily Double and the popular pick 5 play to start things up. So Robert Reed Jr., a little cooler. But you know what? I think it's not as cool as it was on Monday evening. There is a breeze in the air. It's coming from the south, so that helps out a bit. We're on a good track with a 2-second variant, and we are looking at your top selection here. Nice price player. This is Speaker Nancy. She's been 5th last time out against many of these, and second best before that to a DW's Darlene. So let's talk about Speaker Nancy. Paul McKenzie kind of finding a good groove here in recent weeks.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. He's gotten to a groove here the last few weeks. And Speaker Nancy Sugar, I thought she'd be a price. Did not think she'd be 7-1. I think that price comes down a little bit come post time. Last time, got away towards the back of the bus off the gate. I thought was loaded with pace in the stretch. I mean, she was weaving in and out, kind of got jammed up behind horses, only got beat by a couple of lengths. And I really like what I saw her in the late stages from Speaker Nancy. She gets back on that regular rotation, which we always like. And she's shown she can be competitive with these types in the past. I love her chances tonight. I know I went 4 deep in the pick 5 because I thought this race is kind of wide open. Yeah. But I think she's worth a win ticket, and I might play some, I'd play some extra tickets maybe, centered around her, because if you get her down, you're going to get payout the rest of the way.
Yeah, you know what? It's a really nice opening leg. No changes, field of 6, and then you've got that claim on 2, Share the Moment, race number 2, right? So there's some things to think about in the first couple of legs here as we get into a well-played pick 5, already well up and over 13,000 in this pool. Another one to consider would be our aged pacing mare of the year, 2024. We know her as the Queen of London, Ladies from Hell.
Yeah, and you know what? She can never be counted out, right? I mean, she's showing versatility, too, in her racing style now.
Right.
Used to be one that I'd say if she doesn't get away with the lead or kind of get things her own way, she doesn't have much of a chance. But she's showing she can overcome adversity and even come from off the pace. She did that when she was 3rd on December the 3rd. So I'm a big fan of the horse. Yeah. You know that. Everyone is around here. She's just shy of $300,000 in lifetime earnings, 46 career victories. And I really think she blasts out tonight, and she's likely the one to catch. If she pockets up, that can work out for her as well. You can never rule out Ladies from
Oh,
Hell.
I'm a huge fan of her. Her victory by 12 lengths here December 23rd was out of this world. I thought she'd be a little short last time out after missing 3 weeks, but she fought on gamely. Mike Sumner, co-owner, trainer Mike Sumner, credits a lot of this mare's success to his daughter Shay, who's a co-owner.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I thought there was some nice stories, too, on this mare as well. And, I mean, she deserves it, right? She deserves all the roses. She's had a really storied career, and it's great to see her still doing good things at the age of 11.
Final thoughts for 3, Imadal, maybe the 5, Val Victorian.
Well, Imadal disappointed me last time.
Okay.
I loved her chances, thought she'd be a winner, perfect trip, and I thought she should have won. She got picked up by Faded Fire at the end. Val Victorian, I think, is one you have to consider in here. 9 to 5's too short for me, though, just because I think she might be outclassed by some in here. So I'm going to stick with the 4 Speaker Nancy, going 4 deep, though, with the inside 4 in the pick 5.
Right on. Going for a price. Robert Reed Jr., top pick in race 1, the 4 Speaker Nancy. Let's do this thing. Ladies from Hell on the rail. Then it's Sports Duchess, Imadal, Speaker Nancy, Val Victorian, chocolate for lunch, and here they come. And away they go. Imadal chased up here early. Ladies from Hell will look to secure the 2-hole ride. She's going to do it and do it well. Gapping slightly in the 3rd spot was Val Victorian. Val Victorian gapped off here. Something could be amiss with that one going through the opening turn. She's already traveling about 8 lengths off the lead. That lead belongs to Imadal, a leader by a length and 3/4. Second best is a Ladies from Hell. Coming through to be 3rd with Sports Duchess, and now to take 4, Speaker Nancy, and something indeed is amiss with the 5, Val Victorian. She's out on a wide path and will soon be trailing here. Following a quarter mile of 28 and 4 over the good going, through to be 5th was Chocolate for Lunch. So at 3/8 completion, left alone up front, this is Imadal. Imadal just coasting now for Filion. Ladies from Hell getting a great journey here in 2nd, and pacing 3rd, it's the 2, Sports Duchess, on hold 4th, though, considering the move to the outside and going for it. Speaker Nancy, that flushes Sports Duchess out from 3rd, setting up 3rd over, Chocolate for Lunch, and your trailer, that is Val Victorian, the half just 1:01 and 2. That's a big time breather for this leader. Imadal chased up with 3/8 left to go. It's a big backside push now, coming from a long shot in Sports Duchess. Henry on board for Demers, racing neck and neck with the pace setter Imadal. This is Sports Duchess up and at her. Inside, traveling 3rd. That is Ladies from Hell, poised in 4th. Speaker Nancy, and trying to join them from 5th. Chocolate for Lunch, and not tonight for Val Victorian after 3/4, 1:31. That was 29 and 3 through a 3rd quarter tilt. Sports Duchess going a big one. Speaker Nancy's up on the wide side. Ladies from Hell just dying for some late room here through the stretch to the mile. Sports Duchess trying to hold. Sports Duchess for the race 1 upset. Very close for the deuce. Ladies from Hell up against the Speaker Nancy, and holding 4th we had Imadal, so 2-1 and 2. Sports Duchess at 9 to 1, starting up the pick 5. That's a big, gutsy trip by 2 Sports Duchess tonight. That strong combination of Travis Henry and Gerard Demers clicking here right off the bat at 9 to 1. Place photo goes to 1, Ladies from Hell. Finishing up 3rd was 4, Speaker Nancy. Number 3, Imadal, is 4th. 2-1-4-3 unofficial. Always a threat here in London. That combination of Travis Henry, Gerard Demers, they're clicking right off the bat with a 9 to 1 upset. The Sports Duchess, a 7-year-old daughter of sports writer out of My Ideal by Western Ideal for Tag Farming. Gerard Demers, Gerard Training, Travis Henry on board for this mare's 29th career win. She's now 2 for 2. After scoring at Flamborough January 5th, here she is in London over the good track in 2:01 and 2. Congratulations. Race number 1, it is going official. Alrighty, race number 1, as mentioned, going official here. Sports Duchess, 21.60 on the nose. She tops an exacta worth 29.20. Dollar try, 143.80. A super for a buck, 289.15. The 20-cent super worth 57.83. Getting word that number 5, Val Victorian, suffered a broken hopple heading to the quarter mile. So again, the 5, Val Victorian, something was amiss. Well, it was a broken hopple on the way to the quarter mile. 6 minutes to post time on race number 2 of 10. Coming up in the second race, which will start up the early pick 4, there is a single claim on 2, Share the Moment. A single claim for 2 in the second, and scratch the 6, Fear the Crush. 6 minutes to post time. Exactor, Try, Super, and the early pick 4 up and coming. The rundown for the opener, Ladies from Hell, she was second. Sports Duchess, the upset winner. Amadal was fourth. Speaker Nancy finishing up third. Val Victorian finished sixth. And finished up with a broken hopple that occurred just prior to the quarter mile. Chocolate for Lunch was finishing fifth. From the top at 2:14.36. 5 on the bottom. Race 2 next. The early pick 4. 6 minutes to think about it. Ticket ideas are coming up shortly. Brought to you by Abode Home Comfort.
Sure. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Sports Duchess, 9-1 winner in the opening dash, certainly putting some value on that early pick 5 ticket, Sugar. And you know what? Speaker Nancy, for yours truly, perfect trip. I mean, given every chance by Paul McKenzie, just didn't have enough to get past the first over horse or Ladies from Hell. But you know what? It's nice when you bet a horse at a price like that and you get a run for your money.
Yeah.
But either way, 9-1 on Sports Duchess to kick off this pick 5. That's a big number on a horse that I thought might take some support.
Oh, we've been talking about Henry and Demers when they team up with horses throughout this race meet. It is the strongest combination for a trainer driver here in London. So to see them go off at 9-1, and you know what, she was awfully good to go. That's a big gutsy effort. But you're right. Paul McKenzie put Speaker Nancy in play. I can tell you, she finished up with what looked like a broken head pull. So a couple of factors there for a couple of serious players, right? Speaker Nancy, broken head pull. Val Victorian, broken hopple just prior to the quarter.
Yeah, short field that packed a powerful punch. A couple of issues maybe to watch going forward there, right? Some troubled broken equipment that might prove positive later on. And, you know, Brad A said it on X. He said the first over trip, right? Oh. As a horse player, you love to see it, and boy, oh boy, does Sports Duchess ever respond tonight.
Some tracks, especially half milers, that first up effort doesn't work so well. I know I followed Yonkers for years, and if I've got a horse traveling first up for a long ways, I'm pretty much tossing a ticket. But they can last in London.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a track that usually plays pretty fair, right? And again, you know, when you've got the horse you think is best in the race, you know, the odds board doesn't agree. You love to see them in that first over position. You
betcha. Let's talk about some early pick 4 ticket ideas then. Again, brought to you by Abode Home Comfort. They're on board for sponsorship of the ticket ideas, this race meet in London. Singling up to, this is Share the Moment. Just jogged last time out. For me, it looked like a training trip. Followed in the pocket all the way, and then tips coming for home behind from behind DW's Darlene. Travis Cullen never lifted a line on this mare. She just jogged 2 minutes 2:50, and she's coming home in 29 and change. So seeing some good things for her again, especially with the single claim entered. Third race, reduced field of 5 in there with the scratch of number 1. So 5 horses and a wide open affair, I believe. It's the all button for me in race number 3. The fourth race, we're on Handbag of Cheesy, Scarlet Dragon, Mini Million, and on the end of it, we're trying Trident Sealster, Fern Hill Breeze. There's a Henry and Demers horse leaving from post 4 in the FIP, and then the 6 Fear the Shadow coming off a big upset last time out for trainer Brett Lester. Daryl Thiessen catch driving 6 Fear the Shadow on the end of the pick 4. Robert Reed Jr., your best go on the pick 4 tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't look past the 2 Share the Moment here either. She jogged last time. Watch that replay. It was so easy.
Yes.
Sugar. And you know what? She was off time going into it too, right? She was off like 3 weeks. So you think she's going to be better, and she's claimed. I mean, there's just so many boxes being ticked. Team Cullen, 3-5 right now. We're not reinventing the wheel, singling her. Just a 3 and 6 in race number 3. You know, those are the 2 you want to be most involved with. Then just the 3 and 4 in the 4th race. Intrigued by Handbag of Cheesies, but I don't think you want to leave the 4 Scarlet Dragon off your tickets.
Right.
And then that money leg, race 5. I think I was originally on 1, 4, 6, exactly what you have. But then I added in the 2 and the 8 because I just said, you know what, that might be the race where we see a bit of a big number. And that anchor leg of these multi-leg wagers, when you get the big price down, it can really help it pay. So I wanted to kind of spread out there, knowing that we're going to have a big favorite here in the opening leg.
Here's the thing. Number 2, Share the Moment, taking all the early action. Really a very heavy favorite to complete the double. The double's coming back at just shy of $30, so there's a lot of double money. Lots of pick 4 money will be riding on this 2, Share the Moment. You mentioned race 5 being kind of wide open there. Reduced field of 7. Both high 5 events feature scratches. The 5th race has a scratch of 3. The 10th and final has a scratch of 3 and 4. But both are very wide open when it comes to that high 5 wager.
Yeah, and I love to see that in those races. Those are the races you want to be the most open races of the night, right? The high 5s, because, I mean, you get a real big payout, or sometimes those carryovers as well. So, to me, I love it when I see the most competitive races falling in races 5 in the finale.
Already awaiting a post parade. Race number 2 of 10, the early pick 4. Starting up, value in play already, 9-1 to start a $24,000 plus pick 5 pool. Will be updating the live money on our multi-leg wager, and here we go. Less than 10% in play after the victory by Sports Duchess in the opener. Again, she was 9-1. She leaves $2,362 in play from a $24,000 plus pick 5 pool. Live shot from our paddock. We'll see them stepping out here shortly. Already on parade, starters for race 2. These are fillies and mares, non-winners 3,000 last 3, 4,000 last 5, also eligible $15,000 tags. Cheddar's Delight on the rail. Austin Sorey gets the call tonight for Lindsay Sinclair along with Linda Richardson. Bud Sinclair trains. A single claim entered on 2, Share the Moment. Ron and Travis Cullen along with Deb McLeod on the ownership line. Jody Cullen trains. Travis drives. Lola's Sunshine from post 3. It's Lauren House on board for Scott and Brad McNiven. Tom Broadhurst and Brad Douglas. Scott training. Lauren House driving 3. Post 4 for Land of Paradise. Off the big win last time out for Jeff Mayhew of London. Lindsay Kerr training. Paul McKenzie aboard. Getting a look now at the outside post starter. This is 7, Layla Blue. She does move in a spot with a scratch of 6. Layla Blue racing for owner trainer Doug Good of Chatham. Daryl Thiessen goes on tonight. And there will be one more to get a look at here in race 2, the 5 DW's Darlene, starting for Michelle Legacy, trained by Rafi Barassa. Sam Filion will be driving number 5. DW's Darlene, she's a little bit late for the party, but she's in to go. 5 DW's Darlene, right now a second choice at 5-2. There she is, DW's Darlene coming out there now. Filion on board for Barassa and Legacy. It's the pick 4 play. Starting up, not a whole lot of time here. Horses are post-parading and pretty much going to the starting gate. Wager early throughout the night to avoid the disappointment of being shut out on tonight's racing action. So here is a look at Share the Moment. You mentioned it, Rob, after missing a few weeks of racing action. Won so easy off the pocket ride in her latest.
Yeah, it was. I watched the replay. I mean, it was easy as could be. Sugar pulling away under wraps. Obviously, 65 cents to the dollar. Took that respect off a bit of time. Now she comes back on that regular rotation. And we know when Team Cullen comes to the raceway, they come to play, right? Yep. I mean, you certainly can bet their horse with confidence. And now we've got one that's claimed tonight. I think this is their third stint with the horse, too. Jody Cullen's third stint with Share the Moment. Frequently making trips back to Ontario, and now will obviously go to a new barn off the claim. But one I couldn't side against, and I know the price will be short, probably even short of that 3 to 5. But happy to single in all the multis, the 2 here, Share the Moment.
Be looking for her to trip out once again. She's got some pretty good gate speed, and the one with the biggest amount of gate speed in here appears to be that 5 DW's Darlene. Could in fact be the lineup again this time around. DW's Darlene at a post 5. Sam Filion on board for Rafi Barassa. There is a look at this 5. She's got some gate speed that's worth thinking about, but she was no match for the pocket sitter in the latest.
No, not at all. And she kind of got things her own way in the middle half. I mean, she raced well. She ends up finishing second, but it's crazy to think she's almost 3 lengths in arrears to the winner. And the week before that, or 2 weeks before that, she was able to go all the way on the engine under similar circumstances. So it just kind of speaks to how good the favorite is here. But DW's Darlene's been a nice addition to this circuit. She's had some real nice efforts for Rafael Barassa, and I think she'll make a good showing again today. And absolutely, I don't think there's anyone that can hold her away from the early lead, but it's just a matter if she can kind of dig down deep and try to fend that favorite off this time.
Yeah, how long can she stay on if she is cutting this one out? I know you're very fond of number 4, Land of Paradise, always. She had the big win last time out. Paul McKenzie had your mare in play in race number 1. Likely puts this one in play here in the second.
I think so. Classy mare that we've seen, so many times here at the raceway, and she kind of came into her own at the end of last season, and has really been racing well, this time around too. Last time out, nice victory by 4 lengths. This is tougher. There's no doubt about it. But I think she fits in well with this group, and 4-1's not a bad number. Layla Blue, too, Sugar, one of my favorites here, right? I mean, we got to talk about her because we've seen her produce so many solid efforts here at the raceway, and she's up against tonight from the uttermost post, but she moves at a spot and might be able to get a piece of it.
Right on. Here we go. We are looking at race number 2, going in behind. A single claim entered on 2. Share the Moment. There is still time to fire in late on this early pick 4 in London. Top of the stretch. Race 2 Pacers pick up speed. Here they come. And they're off. And the lineup is just like last week. DW's Darlene stepping out tonight for Sam Filion. She will lead. Share the Moment, set up for the 2-hole ride again. Traveling in third, Cheddar's Delight. Then away in fourth, Lola Sunshine. Gapping in the fifth spot, Land of Paradise. Trailing early, Layla Blue. So this compact field of 6, well strung out here as they approach the quarter mile. Large and in charge in the early going anyway. This is DW's Darlene at 5-2. Bringing them through the quarter mile in 29-4. Share the Moment at 2-5. Clay Medard is in the pocket for Cullen. Traveling third, Cheddar's Delight. On hold in fourth is Lola Sunshine. Next to last, Land of Paradise. She's getting roused up to make a move now. And your trailer continues to be Layla Blue. So the half-mile approach, unstressed, unchallenged, DW's Darlene. Coming up quickly now, here's Land of Paradise. Showing up to grind away for Mackenzie. 101-2, 31-3 through that second frame for the pace setter DW's Darlene. Land of Paradise driving on for Mackenzie in the pocket. Share the Moment, and then traveling in fourth now. Cheddar's Delight gapping on the cover. Out there in fifth, Layla Blue. She's going into play at 21-1. Trailing now is Lola Sunshine. Up and towards three-quarters they go. A third-quarter beatdown between Land of Paradise and DW's Darlene. Land of Paradise trying to put those sweet lips a little closer to the phone here after three quarters. 130-4, battling on back. DW's Darlene, she's finding more. Land of Paradise out there in second. Here comes Share the Moment, being roused up 3 deep now for this drive home. DW's Darlene still on top, though. Here comes a rush and a brush from Share the Moment, and as good as advertised here she is. Share the Moment for Cullen. DW's Darlene was second, coming on from last to be third. Lola Sunshine in 2:01.
Can you guys bring my mic up? Oh, I'm already up. There we go. Share the Moment there with another dominant victory, Sugar. Really nice win there. You know what's interesting? Sitting in the pocket, and I'm wondering, are we going to see an old school kind of drive here on the engine where maybe the first over horse gets used as a pick and maybe she never sees the light of day, but Travis Cullen too sharp for that, right?
Yeah.
He ends up kind of taking a bit of a hold to get out second over and then just bided his time until, releasing the beast in the stretch, and she paced right on past them, right? I mean, similar to last week's trip, but I'd say even more impressive, the fact that she had to roll wide, but boy, was she ever pacing up a storm through the wire.
You bet. I thought it was smart driving by both Sam Filion and Travis Cullen there. Going to the 5/8s, I'm wondering, Travis Cullen, he's 2-5. Does he find some room here? Well, like you said, he did have that pick on the outside, but Travis smartly angles off the rail up and towards three quarters, and then just poised right to strike when turning for home, and she absolutely did not disappoint again this week.
Yeah, no, he left nothing to chance, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to make sure he had that open sailing, and I think he knows the horse he has in front of him, that she'll respond and she'll blow right by, and she did. I mean, like I said, as impressive, if not more impressive than last week, and now we'll see her move on to a new home.
Right on. Here we go. Share the Moment with one claim entered. Here she is, the 7-year-old black mare by Control the Moment at a Feelin' Flush by As Promised. Owned, bred, and driven to win by Travis Cullen, sharing ownership with Ron Cullen and Deb McLeod. Jody Cullen conditioned, a real family affair with Share the Moment. Victorious here for 2 in a row over London in 2:01. Congratulations. And there would be the claiming action. The 2 Share the Moment for $18,750 will be going to new owner Michelle Legacy. Will be trained by Rafi Barassa. To the Barassa Barn, Share the Moment following the claim. Prices coming right up. Stand by. Race 2 prices then. $290 for Share the Moment. Early double came back at $29.30. The exactor for race number 2, $6 even. It's all right for those two. Dollar try. $10.35. The super for $1.53. 45.20 center were $10.69. So a 9-1 shot starting things up onto a 2-5 favorite For the pick 5 play, 6 minutes to post on race number 3 of 10. Scratch the 1, Red Sky tonight. Any scratches tonight would be weather scratches in London. So reduced field of 5 coming up. Got it wide open here. Exactor, Try, and a Superfecta. A pick 3 opportunity as well comes up in about 6 minutes. Race 2, official order of finish. Cheddar's Delight was 4. Share the Moment won it. Lola's Sunshine 3rd. Land of Paradise finishing 5th. DW's Darlene staying on for 2nd. The 6 was Scratch. Layla Blue finishes 6th. From the top, 4-1-3, 5-2, Scratch, and 6. 3 minutes away from the 3rd. Again, this one starting up a pick 3 play opening as a favorite. Number 3 place here for co-owner, trainer, driver Jimmy Gagnon. I've got this one wide open coming up 3 minutes away. Keeping in mind, folks, those of you that are playing along on track, off track, wherever you're playing from, wager early to avoid the disappointment of being shut out tonight. Their horses will be post parading and then pretty much going to the gate. You've held about 2 minutes following a post parade to get your wagers in due to the cooler temperatures out there tonight. We don't want the horses and drivers out there on track too long, so they'll post parade, pretty much go to the starting gate, wager early throughout this race car to avoid being shut out. Capping tonight, Robert Reed Jr., Lou Sorella, Nathan Bain, Jeslan Paquette, yours truly, myself. I like 2. Steady as we go here right now, a 9-5 choice. Robert Reed Jr. went to 3 plays here. Lou Sorella, Nathan Bain, they take the 6 Small Town Bad Girl. Raceway debuter here for Daryl Laver. Garrett Rooney gets the choice in there. And then Ghislain Paquette opts for the 4 Early Bird Special. So wide open. Third race up and coming here. The 5 was a solid second at this level last time out. That's being a Geminar, currently the longest shot on the board. Again, this Geminar was a solid second at this level last time out, likely to offer up some value again, and that she is. 8-1, longest shot on the board currently is 5, a Geminar. Word comes today via Standardbred Canada. The 2024 O'Brien Awards hosts have been announced. Ken Middleton, he's co-hosted the O'Brien Awards 20 times. He's going to return to the stage for the 36th annual O'Brien Awards, taking place Saturday, February 8 at the Hilton Mississauga, Meadowvale Hotel in Mississauga. So back to join Middleton for the second consecutive year. Greg Blanchard, our own Greg Blanchard, joining Ken Middleton to host the 36th annual edition of the 2024 O'Brien Awards out of Mississauga on February 8th. Starters stepping in on Post Parade here. Reduced field of 5 now with a scratch of 1. Red sky tonight, a weather scratch of 1. You're looking at the current favorite, 2-5 for number 2. Steady as we go. Lauren House driving for Britt Kennedy along with Money Clip Racing. Sean Buston, Britt training. Lauren House catch driving tonight. Post 3 for Plaisir. It's Jimmy Gagnon, Kayla Hendry, sharing ownership with Jimmy. Training and driving, number 3 plays here. Post 4, Early Bird Special, Jeff Mayhew, Becca Masters, Derek Romano. They're on the ownership line. Lindsay Kerr trains. Daryl Thiessen in the bike. Then 5, it's Geminar. Geminar, the long shot here for owner-trainer Larry Fitzsimmons of London. Nick Stewart up. Outside chance for 6, Small Town Bad Girl. Her raceway debut here for Rick Ryer. The trainer Daryl Laver. Garrett Rooney on board the drive. That is your field of 5 now for tonight's third race, middle leg of the Pick 5 play. Top selection right here, Robert Reed Jr. This is Plaisier getting some class relief, it appears, this week. Robert coming in from a couple of Flamborough starts, but this horse has been here before as won on the lead and winning from off the pace back in November. The latest victory is a 57-3 win over London. That took place November 15th. That would have been from off the pace, and right now, pretty good price, 7-2.
Yeah, big price right now, and her at 7-2. And you're right; those wins were impressive.
Yeah.
And that last group that she beat was a solid one. It's a condition claimer, but she did so at 16-1. And I thought her efforts, recently haven't been all that bad. I mean, she had a couple starts at Mohawk Park that are obviously facing off against much tougher, and she had some tricky posts there as well. And then her last couple at Flamborough, I mean, last time she ended up finishing second. I thought it was a decent second at a big price. So I think she's going to like getting back here to the Raceway, and I think she fits in nicely with this group, Sugar. So I was happy to put her on top, and I thought she would take more support than the 4-1 is right now.
Yeah, the heavy action is on that 2 steady as we go, inheriting the rail, of course, but, she's been kind of spotty in spots. Nothing doing there last time out, but a decent third before that, a second by head back in mid-December for this heavy favorite, currently number 2 steady as we go. Another one you got pegged as a player is a new one for Daryl Laver, Small Town Bad Girl, the outside post, and appears to be the choice for Garrett Rooney in here, the 6 Small Town Bad Girl.
Yeah, it looks like getting the choice from Garrett, and obviously he does drive a lot for Daryl Laver for the barn, but he also drives a lot for Britt Kennedy as well,
sure.
Right? And stays as we go. So, I think that she's one that's interesting. She made a break last time at Flamborough Downs from post 8. Now she obviously gets a better spot here, even though it is the uttermost post in the contest. Made a lot of money against restricted company last year south of the border, and I think she fits in well with this group, and she's got gate speed. So as long as she minds her manners this time, she goes forward off the gate, and she's with a big chance. 3-1, not a bad number on her either.
3-5 action for this 2 steady as we go. It's a low price really for what she's showing on the race card.
Well, I mean, I thought she really kind of turned it around and was racing well, and 2 and 3 starts back. Last time, obviously wasn't able to get into the race. I think she's in with a chance, but I thought she'd be about 3 or 4 to 1 in here. That's too short for me.
Okay, here we go. It's Robert Reed Jr. with us for this Wednesday night program at the Raceway at Western Fair District. He's with us all night long. This final broadcast event as he's moving on to what could be some bigger and better things for Robert in racing. So field of 5, picking up speed here for race number 3 of 10. Here they come. And away they go. First to show, Small Town Bad Girl with some big-time speed from the outside gate. Early Bird Special in play, and towards the inside, Geminar to be up close. Racing off the speed in 4th. Steady as we go at 2-1. She's gapped off here in the early going, straightening up for the backside run. Early Bird Special closing up as a 2-1 co-favorite with that 1 steady as we go. Pocket riding second, the 6 Small Town Bad Girl. And then all alone in 3rd travels Geminar sitting 4th. Steady as we go and treading this field. Plaisier, she would have to circle up from last. 29-2. That's a quick opening quarter mile for these. Early Bird Special is the leading lady thus far. Second best has been Small Town Bad Girl. A peek to the outside in 3rd for Geminar. Geminar, she's thinking about it, and she's going to travel. First up here for Nick Stewart. It's a lap to go. Chased up on the front here is Early Bird Special as Geminar makes a rush and a brush here by the half. 1:01 and 2. Early Bird Special. We'll try to see this one through, being pressed along by Geminar. Third and in, Small Town Bad Girl. A second over Tobin. Fourth for Steady As We Go. And still at the back of the bus here is Plaisir. It's the backside, and it's the final time, and it's Geminar still going forward here and clearing to the top. That lead has become 3 parts of a length. Geminar sails on to the top, battling on back as Early Bird Special out there in the third. Steady As We Go. Off stride went the 6 Small Town Bad Girl. 1:30 and 2. That was 29 flat speed through the third. It's Steady As We Go coming up against it with Geminar right there in the third spot. Early Bird Special will try to come on back. Plaisir's coming off the back end through the stretch to this mile. Steady As We Go on the outside, punching back on through Early Bird Special. Steady As We Go appeared to get there by a head. Early Bird Special was right there in second. Third goes to Geminar. Then it was Plaisir and Small Town Bad Girl 2, 1, and 2.
Steady As We Go took action throughout the betting there, Sugar, and really going off at 2-1 there. Steady As We Go, but big mile for her, right? She ends up being first or second over, but then inherits first over and ends up just keeps on pacing through for the victory. I wasn't even close in that race. I can always admit it when I'm not even close. I went too deep in the multis, and I think they finished second last and second last. But Steady As We Go, well meant tonight. And a horse that had kind of rounded back into form recently,
Right.
And I probably should have given her a little more respect. Lauren House jumps aboard and guides her to the winner's circle.
Well, you know what? The early money turned out to be the smart money in this one, right? She was bet right off the board in the early going. Steady As We Go drifted up to be a co-favorite with the second best finisher in there. Early Bird Special was coming back for the deuce, 2, 4, 5, and 3. But Steady As We Go, as you mentioned, the form was coming around there mid-December, and then got involved with maybe a couple of canceled cars where she missed a bit of action. But she's coming back, kind of full of herself here, and a bit of a happy gallop, I would assume. Steady As We Go. This is a 5-year-old daughter of All Bets Off, out of Flight of an Angel by Mach 3. Racing for owners, breeders, Britt Kennedy and Money Clip Racing, also on the ownership line, Sean Buston. Britt does the training. Lauren House was catch driving this one to her 9th career win, her first of 2025. Congratulations. Race 3, going official, 6:10 for Steady As We Go. Exactor $14.30. Dollar try $11.35. Super for $119.25. Fourth race up and coming, just 5 minutes away. We're going to move right along this evening in London. A wager early throughout the night to avoid the disappointment of being shut out. So in this fourth race, scratch the 6, Kiss It Better. The weather scratch of 6, Kiss It Better. In race number 4 of 10. Exactor tries Super, a daily double here, 5 minutes away. Here's that rundown from the third. Red Sky tonight was a scratch. Steady as we go. Race winner plays here for it. Early Bird Special second. Geminar was third. Small Town Bad Girl finishes fifth. From the top, scratch 1, 4, 2, 3, 5 on the bottom. 2 minutes away from our fourth race. Reduced field of 7 here with the scratch of 6. Kiss It Better. Exactor Try Super. The daily double starts up. Updating live money in play. There's the live money for the pick 5. Just $265 in play from a pool of $24,000 plus. A little more than 1% of that pick 5 pool still in play. Still 2 legs left to go. Pick 4 play began in race number 2. Got a heavy favorite starting it up onto a co-favorite in race number 3. From a pool just shy of $11,000, $1,371 in play. A little more than 10% of that pick 4 pool still going forward. 2 legs left to go. Selections in this upcoming fourth race. Myself, Robert, Lou, Gislan went to number 3, Handbag of Cheesies. Jimmy Gagnon on board for trainer Randy Ertel. Nathan Bain goes outside to 7, Pink Monster. The annual awards banquet. Always a great time here around Western Fair District. It's going to be featured at the Top of the Fair restaurant Saturday, February 22nd, with a reception starting up around 5. Dinner. The buffet dinner begins around 6. Awards starting up at 7:30 with a dance to follow. Tickets, $50 per person. They are available at the race office, or you can email our own Amy O'Toole at aotoole@westernfairdistrict.com. Always a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. And the award winners, come on out and celebrate with us. The top performers of 2024 at the Raceway, that awards banquet, coming up on Saturday, February 22nd. Tickets are now on sale. fourth race. Pacers. Post rating here. These are $8,000 claiming mares. Non-winners, $28.50 in the last 5. You're looking at one. Eyes on the prize. This one, racing for Tanya Lawson, trainer Pat Bissett, Lauren House. Trying to come right back here with another rail advantage. Number 2, Leavin' with a Smile. Austin Sorey driving for owner-trainer Cameron McQueen. And then 3, Handbag of Cheesies. Corey Guthrie, Randy Ertel shared the ownership with Randy Training. Jimmy Gagnon driving 3, Handbag of Cheesies. Here's 4, Scarlet Dragon. Brianna Eckenstein of London owns. Steve Boston's train. Daryl Thiessen up. And then 5, Mini Million. Kim Bex is the owner, trainer, breeder. Garrett Rooney. Catch driving 5, Mini Million tonight. 6 is out. 7 outside, Pink Monster, owned by Nathan Bain, Gary Bickford, David Bain training, Scott Ray in the sulky. And from the trailing spot, 8, Sky Velocity, owned and trained by Gary MacDonald. Paul McKenzie is your driver. Reduced field of 7 here, 6 on gate, and a trailer. Exactor Tri Super, it's the daily double. All right, we've got Robert Reed Jr. on board for this Wednesday evening commentary. He's joining us remotely, of course. Robert Reed Jr., your top selection here, a Handbag of Cheesies. You know, there is a flurry coming down. Folks will message saying, how bad is it in London? Well, it always looks worse on our TV, Robert, as the cameras are very close to the roof, and a lot of the snow, if there's any kind of wind, will blow off the roof and get into the camera lens to make it look a little bit worse than it actually is. So if you're watching the races tonight, folks, and you do see the flurry in the air, it's really not as bad as it would appear on TV.
Yeah, some people will say it looks like a blizzard there, right? But I know you always kind of give me updates on the actual state there. And
yeah,
I mean, the 3 Handbag of Cheesies here, Sugar, I could not go to this one on top just because last time out ended up kind of getting, a tough trip at Flamborough Downs. Had to wait for room to being second, beaten third, beaten half a length, 21-1. But before that, here at the Raceway, she got locked and blocked, nowhere to go. And I think if she had gotten room any sooner, she likely would have been a winner as the favorite at 2-1. So she gets back in against similar company, on short rest. I mean, this is her 3rd start in a week, right? Which I don't usually like to go to with a horse, especially to even money. But I thought with her, after a couple of trips that I think, she can take a step forward off of, it warranted a top pick. But again, I tread lightly at that price. She
got some big blasting speed, though. That's an 8 hole at Flamborough, outside post, and she's sitting 2 going into that turn.
Yeah, no, she does. And even before that, right, she blasted the early lead here at the Raceway, and she released a bigger priced horse, and then that ended up coming back to bite her, right? Yeah. She got shuffled back.
That's right.
I would think this time around we might not see that happen, right? I think Jimmy will likely want to follow only a couple of horses in here, if any. We might see her try to go all the way on the engine, but again, 3rd start in a week, so that's a pretty quick turnaround again.
Let's talk about 4, Scarlet Dragon. Now, Scarlet Dragon, she's much better, I think, than she's showing on paper.
Yeah, no, she's just a horse that's kind of in a bit of a funk. No, she got out of it with that win as the big favorite on December 17th, but then again has had some bad luck again, right? A break in stride, trailing post, and was never able to get into the race last time out. I think you've got to respect her chances in here, and I think, if we were watching her race even in decent form, she'd be a hefty favorite on here. So I think she's a value player at now 2-1. I mean, she's taking late support, but to me, I thought the race goes through the 3 and the 4.
How about Garrett Rooney hopping up on 5, Mini Million? The price is right, 7-1. Gate speed there as well.
Yeah, last time tried to go all the way on the engine of Flamborough Downs and just got picked up in the final strides. Again, if she can come around them early instead of trip, she's always been, to me, a kind of trip horse when she's going to get the job done. 7-1, though, nice price.
Here we go. Robert Reed Jr. on board for the broadcast this Wednesday evening at London. $8,000 claiming mares here in the 4th race on the pace, top of the stretch. A 16th out now, and here they come. Off and pacing, Handbag of Cheesies. This busy mare, she's making the top here into the opening turn up on the outside. Mini Million in play for Rooney, protecting an inside lane there. Traveling third was Leavin' With a Smile. Leavin' With a Smile plugged in there for Austin Sorey. That had Mini Million ducking and tucking in for third. Scarlet Dragon got away a midfield fourth. Then in fifth, his eyes on the prize. Tight line six for Pink Monster, the earliest trailer as they head by the quarter-mile station. That would be Sky Velocity, 30-1. Comfortable opening quarter-mile panel for this 1-2 favorite, Handbag of Cheesies. Mini Million not waiting. She's back out and rolling from third. She's now in second. Will be pressing on this half-mile approach. The leading lady, Handbag of Cheesies, 5-year-old daughter, Better Than Cheddar right here over Mini Million, who's challenging second. The pocket ride for Leavin' With a Smile. Out there in the fourth, Scarlet Dragon also making a move off the pylon strip. Eyes on the prize. Next to last, Pink Monster, and still trailing Sky Velocity. 1:01, your halftime for Handbag of Cheesies. Handbag of Cheesies, 3/8 left to go here. Mini Million going for it now, trying to gain on the pace setter. Third and in, Leavin' With a Smile. Fourth and wide, Scarlet Dragon, a bare read fifth for Pink Monster under tight line. Setting it up third over there was Eyes on the Prize, up and by 3/4. Here it is in 1:31-2. Handbag of Cheesies still going forward, though here comes the closer, Scarlet Dragon. Leavin' With a Smile has been tripping out there for Sorey in the third. Appears to be coming down to these three. Handbag of Cheesies, Scarlet Dragon up and at her here. She'll try to take that hard away as they sprint through the stretch. Scarlet Dragon getting the best of Handbag of Cheesies. Scarlet Dragon, Thiessen on board for Bossens. A winner by a quarter length. The Handbag and Cheesies holding a second. It's tight for third. Leavin' With a Smile was trying to hold against a fast closing Sky Velocity, 2-2-2.
Well, the race ended up coming down to just the two we talked about, Sugar Red, the 3 and the 4, the two favorites. And, Handbag of Cheesies this time around wanted nothing but the engine. And I mean, given every chance to win, maybe it's that third start in the week, but obviously gave way to Scarlet Dragon. I think, too, though, again, we had to respect Scarlet Dragon in there.
Yeah.
I think just off, her history, she should be more than good to go against that group, and then she gets a perfect trip tonight and attacks. That's the way she always used to be good, right?
Right.
Kind of getting close in the late stages and then going on the attack in the stretch. And I was actually thinking, if she doesn't get there tonight, then it just kind of shows that she's just not herself right now, because when she has a target like that, she usually goes by, and she did tonight at 2-1. So value and effort.
Yeah, what we mentioned, she was better than she showed on paper. And, it's nice to see her to make that closing kick like she normally do. She usually wind it up around 3/4. But even better to see her hold that late pace. She didn't sputter at all. She just kept grinding away.
Yeah, she did. You know what? And that's the thing. You always say it. Heart-building win, right?
Yeah.
So maybe like last time it didn't really springboard her to better things. This time maybe she'll kind of just keep on rolling and rack up some victories.
Right on. Winning owner, Brianna Ackenstein, meeting up with her own Scarlet Dragon here. 7-year-old daughter, Better Than Cheddar, out of Kay's Dragon. Lady by Dragon again. She's trained by Steve Bossens. Brianna Ackenstein of London owning Daryl Thiessen on board for this victory. It's the mare's 18th career win, her first of 2025. Congratulations, a winner tonight, 2-2-2. Fourth race going official, $6.40 for Scarlet Dragon. Exactor $9.40, dollar try $34.20, super for $1, $127.90, 20 center worth $25.58. Race 5 up and coming. Number 3, Papiamento came out, scratching 3 from the 5th. Still a field of 7 now on the pace for an exactor try, a non-jackpot. High 5 play up and coming, 6 minutes to post time. Race 5, up and coming, as mentioned. Number 3, Popia Meadow, was scratched, so a field of 7 for this non-jackpot high 5 play, up and coming. Just been informed by racing officials in race 6, we've got claiming action. A single claim for 2, Sport and Sense. A single claim for 4, Speak of War. Those are claims in race number 6. Again, a single claim on 2, single claim on 4 in race number 6 of 10. The official rundown for the 4th race. Eyes on the Prize was 6th. Leaving with a Smile 4th. Handbag of Cheesy 2nd. A Scarlet Dragon, the race winner. Mini Million 7th. The 6 was scratched. Pink Monster 5th. Sky Velocity closed up well to be 3rd. From the top, a 6, 4, 2, 1, 7. Scratch 5 and 3. A number of high 5 ideas there on the monitors. Courtesy of our cappers, Robert Reed Jr., Lou Sorella, Nathan Bain, Ghislain Paquette, myself, Lou, and Ghislain opting for one Trident Sealster here in the 5th. Robert goes to the 4, Fern Hill Breeze, that strong combo for Henry and Demers, teaming up with the 4, Fern Hill Breeze, in this 5th race. Nathan Bain goes to the trailing spotty, Better Than Cash. In this 5th race, 4, Fern Hill Breeze, as mentioned, the strong combo here. Henry plus Demers teaming up. The high 5, a must play. The price is right. 9-2 currently for this 4, Fern Hill Breeze. We'll see them on Post Parade here shortly. Got him on Post Parade here. Race number 5 of 10. It's the non-jackpot high 5 play right here. Number 1, Trident Sealster, racing for Cameron McQueen of London. Cameron trains Austin Sorey on board. Number 2, Maximus Power, Garrett Rooney, stays on for Martin Kipfer. Cassidy Schneider trains. 3 was scratched. Number 4, it's Fern Hill Breeze. Going out for Craig Ellis, the trainer Gerard Demers. Travis Henry up. Number 5, Ace 44 Jack, Scott Ray driving for Dylan Jarvis. Jim Jarvis trains. Then the 6 has got Fear the Shadow, trying to double up for Michelle Lattard, the trainer Brett Lester. Daryl Thiessen, catch driving tonight. Outside chance for the 7, Sir Luck Now. It's Lauren House for Paul Roberts. Shirley Mills, Paul trains. And then to trail out the 8, Better Than Cash, racing for Gary Bickford, the trainers David Bain. Sam Filion listed. Reduced field of 7 here. It'll be 6 on gate plus 1 trailer for the exactor try and high 5. Top selection here. Robert Reed Jr. opting for 4, Fern Hill Breeze. She had the victory here on New Year's Day when she rolled gate to wire. He rolled gate to wire. Fern Hill Breeze, always a bit of a closer or a grinder. We haven't seen him win too many on the lead. 49 career wins. I would say maybe 5% of those have come when leading. But looking very sharp here coming out of the parade, Robert.
Yeah, I love the look right now, Sugar. We love when you see horses kind of amped up like that in the parade. I mean, still relaxed enough, but pretty lively. I was hoping the price would be better, though. 6-5 right now. Now, this is the reasoning behind it for me. Last time I kind of needed this horse, got a 2-hole trip, was really excited watching the way it all panned out. Fear the Shadow went a big one on the outside first over. There was no way for this one to get to the outside. Tried the inside. There was no room. And then did kind of back away at the end, but I think sometimes horses just don't want to play anymore, right, when they don't get that inside lane. And I think that Fern Hill Breeze, I think he's better than what he showed last time, back on that regular rotation, killer combination of Henry and Demers. Really like his chances tonight, but don't like the price so much right now. Need that to go up a little bit before I'd be too enticed to play him to win. Yeah,
I've seen that from a few horses, getting great trips, and drivers seem to have all kinds of horses. They're right on the bit, tight lines, and then when finding a little bit of room late, although it be too late, the horse just almost senses, you know what, I'm just going to give it up and wait for next time. Yeah, no, it's true, and some don't like going through, tight openings, and again, this one here, it looked like there was no room initially, and while he was waiting for it,
Fernhill Breeze just kind of said, okay, like you said, not tonight. So I think that maybe this time around we'll see maybe cut it out or set a similar trip, but maybe get a little more lucky.
How about the 6 Fear the Shadow? I love this horse last time out, and the price came back really good, over 8-1, and gutsy winning effort. So hoping that form may continue here for this Brett Lester trainee. 6 Fear the Shadow.
I wish I listened to that occasion. He raced huge.
Yeah.
He lived on the outside first over, would not quit, got up for the victory, like you said, a big price of 8-1. And you know what? Nice price again tonight at 5-1.
I can take it. Number 6, Fear the Shadow, offering up 5-1 as they move in behind a gate. A reduced field of 7 here for the early non-jackpot high 5 opportunity. There is still time. You'd have to hurry, though. Lining up from the rail out, Trident Seal Stir, Maximus Power, then Fernhill Breeze, Ace 44 Jack, Fear the Shadow. Outside chance for Surlock now. Back tier spot, better than Cash. Into the stretch. Race 5 Pacers. Pickup speed. Here they come. And away they go. First to show, Fear the Shadow. Fear the Shadow crossing right on over here for Thiessen, leaving out for second, Maximus Power, and away in third was Trident Sealster, the midfield fourth in the early going for Fernhill Breeze, on hold fifth, better than Cash, back markers will be Ace 44 Jack and Surlock now. Well strung out here, likely 15 lengths front to back. Fear the Shadow looking very brave here in the early going. Thiessen going straight back on him here at the quarter mile. They zipped it along in 28-4. Fear the Shadow headstrong here. Thiessen just trying to settle him. Settle him here at 3/8 completion. Maximus Power for a 2-hole ride. Thinking about it third. A Trident Sealster opting to go first up here for Sorry. That'll be a toe up for Fernhill Breeze. Beginning to pair up now on the half-mile approach. Fear the Shadow still going forward now. Trident Sealster. The plugs are out and the gloves are off for that one, traveling first up at the half and a minute. Flat Fear the Shadow leading with Trident Sealster on his number pad. Third and in. Maximus Power. Fourth and wide is a Fernhill Breeze here with 3/8 left to go. So it's 4 in and 3 out as they straighten up for the backside run. Trident Sealster going a quarter length in front of Fear the Shadow, who's going to try to dig down deep here for Thiessen. He appears to be doing so out there in a 3-wide path. Travels a Fernhill Breeze. 4 wide. Better than Cash. 5 wide. Ace 44 Jack. Throw a blanket over them right here. Right now. Any one of 7. Just over an 8 left to go. Trident Sealster. Odds on leading. Battling on back. Fear the Shadow. Still out there in a 3-wide path. Better than Cash. Grandstand side. Ace 44 Jack. Trident Sealster. He's going a big one tonight. The Grit Grinder. Trident Sealster and Sorry. They're home and cooled here. Looking to hold second was Fear the Shadow against Surlock now at 50-1, 201-4.
What a wild race there in the 5th. Trident Sealster would not be denied, Sugar. At 4-5.
Yeah.
I mean, when first over a long way like that, you figure, you know what, maybe we're going to see this one short and stride a little bit. There was horses moving from everywhere, 4 wide, like you called it.
Yeah.
And I thought we might see some sweeping of the field action there from Ace 44 Jack for a moment or two, but and they all flattened out on the outside. But Trident Sealster, like you said, what a big one. First over a long way to convert as the favorite. And look, Fear the Shadow, he did his best to I think hold on for second there. Different tactics tonight. Still win a big trip, but just Trident Sealster too good.
You know what? Our friend of the show, Brad, he mentions that first up attack is not a bad idea in London if you've got a favorite to work with. And a grinding type, well, we just saw it. Trident Sealster holding on. It was getting Western, going into that final turn, as you mentioned, coming from everywhere.
Yeah, it was. No, it was a real wild race, and I mean, it's interesting to see the favorite prevail, right? We see that much action.
Yeah.
But like you said, and like Brad A always says, you've got a horse that's the best in the race. First up's the place to be, and Trident Sealster just proved that for Austin Story and Cam McQueen.
Here we go. Trident Sealster returning for a victory lane photo. 11-year-old son of Big Jim out of Take My Breath Away by Arts Place. Back from the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park, bred by Sealster Farms of Lucan. He's owned and trained by Cameron McQueen, driven to win by Austin Sori. Grinding away tonight, the grit grinder there in 2:01 and 4. Congratulations. Prices are up as race number 5 goes official. Trident Sealster $360, Daily Double $990. Exactor come in at $11.90. Dollar Try $59.65. The High Five come back okay for 20 cents. $239.50. Heavy favorite on top. Pick 3 is worth $477. The Pick 4 $47.60. The Pick 5 20-cent ticket $123.81. So the back half of this Wednesday evening program set to start up in race number 6 with an Exactor, a Try, Super, and a late Pick 5 starting up. Single claims entered on number 2, Sport and Sense, along with the 4, Speak of War. Claims entered on both 2 and 4 in the upcoming 6th race. 7 minutes to post time. We'll come back and talk up some Pick 5 ticket ideas brought to you by Abode Home Comfort. Race 5 rundown. Trident Sealster won at Maximus Power 6-3 at Scratch. Fernhill Breeze 7. Ace 44 Jack was 5th. Fear the Shadow 2nd. Surluck now 3rd. And Better Than Cash finishing 4th. From the top, a 1-6 Scratch. 7, 5, 2, 3, and 4.
Thank you. Moving along to the back half of the card on this Wednesday night of harness racing action at the Raceway in London. It's going to kick off our late Pick 5, guaranteed pool $5,000, Sugar. But first, again, nice effort by Trident Sealster there. We just saw the photo, Sugar, of Fear the Shadow holding on for second. Another gutsy effort from that one as well.
Yeah, Daryl Thiessen, he likes to put them in play, and that one had some pretty good gate speed to work with when he set up shop there on the front end. I thought he might be tough to take down. Trident Sealster, though, all heart, living on the outside to pull on through there at the odds-on choice. The deep driver's room here in London continues, Robert. 5 races in. 5 different winning drivers, going back to Travis Henry, the upset in the opener, onto a favorite with Travis Cullen, race 2. Lauren House takes the 3rd, then on to Daryl Thiessen in the 4th, and we just saw Austin Sori take race 5. Deep driver's room here, always.
In my time here at the Raceway, I think I've seen it more here than anywhere, where we'll get deep into a card and we've seen 5, 6, 7, 8 different drivers. So really a testament to how strong the driving colony is here at the Raceway.
I agree. It's a late pick 5 starting up in race number 6. I don't know about you, Robert, but since we kind of broke the news at the start of the pregame show here this evening, I've been getting a few messages now and then. Well, where is he going? Where's Robert? What's he doing? That no more broadcasting. But I don't know about you. I'm just putting it out there. I've gotten a few messages thus far tonight.
Yeah. No, I've gotten a few as well, yeah, and absolutely, like I said, I'm staying in the industry, and
Sure.
I'm excited for the
Awesome.
opportunity. Something I thought about for a long time, and obviously it'll be out there soon
Right.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
But the good news is, Sugar, is that people have seemed pretty supportive, and said, hey, listen, wishing you all the best, and I'm happy, that people. We've got people on, X and other social media formats that have messaged me that have enjoyed my time here and our time together. So
Right.
it means a lot to me, you know, like that we put a lot into this. I mean, and we don't script anything either. That's the thing about it.
Zero. Other than tickets, right?
we never have, and we don't help each other beforehand on our tickets even.
No.
But you know what? We're going to try to go out with a late pick 5 or a late pick 4 win. There's your ticket there, Sugar.
Let's go. I'm going to go deep in a few spots. I'm going to try a few singles, but the opening leg, I went 5 deep in here using Sport and Sense. Speak of 4, both with claims entered, and some value players in the 5 dark moves. A very sharp winner here when on the lead last time. The 7 Perfectly Blue, big price on that outside starter. He's got swagger from the trailing spot. There's Henry Demers showing up again. Big winner here on New Year's Day, but it's that tough trailing spot to overcome for the current favorite in London. Singling up Jays and Tigers. Jays and Tigers coming in off the claim. Austin Sorry, another rail advantage to work with for Cameron McQueen tonight. Number 1 Jays and Tigers for me is going to be a single, race 7. The 8th race, we're 4 deep in there. Then we go to the 9th and single up Machaco. Machaco, I'll tell you why. He had the 2-hole and was looking very sharp in that no contest race where it was over around the quarter mile, and he was looking very, very good. I remember him on the post parade. I remember him sitting in the deuce, and Mackenzie had all kinds of horse with Machaco. Then the no contest came along. So Travis Henry hops on that 2 in the 9th. I'm going to stay with that one as a single. I had him pegged as a top play in that no contest race last week. 10th race, if we can get there, we're going to cash in with an all button. Deuce field of 6 in the 10th. If we make it to the 10th, we want to cash in with the all button. That's how I see this late pick 5 shaking down. Robert, your go.
We're on similar pages again, Sugar. I'm 2, 4, and 8 here in the opening leg. I do like the chance of the 8. He's got swagger with trailing posts. I don't want to go alone with him, right? So the 2 and 4 as well. Just the 1, Jays and Tigers. Love him in race number 7. Rail control. I think we'll likely see him used a little bit earlier in the mile this time around, and that's the way he likes it, right? To go right on down the road. Race 8, just the 6. Texaco Man caught his last race live. He raced fantastic for the victory. Finished with broken equipment. And Francis Guillemette, one of the hottest trainers in all the game right now. Race number 9, 2, 4, 5, and 7. I agree with you. Machalco is my top choice. He looked fantastic until that race declared a no contest. Yeah. So, the kind of something you don't see on paper,
right?
But we saw it visually, and I do like his chances in race number 9. Race 10, just a 2, 5, and 7. Thinking that is a race though where you might want to go a little bit deeper, but I wanted to keep this one kind of an inexpensive ticket as my final pick 5 of the broadcast.
Robert, if those 2 singles come through, you're going to want that all button in race 10. You are going to want it.
You know what? It's a real nice competitive dash too. Like honestly, that race is one where, like you said, anyone could win race 5 tonight. Anyone can race 10 tonight.
Yeah.
So you're right. You know what? Maybe throw an all button for 20 cents on that ticket just in case, because maybe that's the way how you go out with a bang.
Right on. Jays and Tigers, race 7. Now, he's been the favorite in 3 of his last 4. He had the rail advantage last time out, but you know what? Winter racing conditions, he didn't get away all that well. Hoping, maybe expecting better things for Jays and Tigers. Wasn't like him to not get away well, and then he's up on the wide side trying to make something happen. Just wasn't going to happen for him that night, so the trip didn't work out. I'm expecting better things for Jays and Tigers. You are too. You've got him singled up.
Yeah, I love his chance. I doubt we're getting anywhere close to 4-1 because I mean, you and I both love him. Best bet for me, I think, or spot play for me. Best bet for you. I think others are kind of on board as well.
Okay.
Look at we just saw that combination. When I love it when you love a horse and you see the same combination driver trainer win a race. I love it when that's the horse you love later on in the card, right? So you know that the barn's clicking, the combo's clicking, and Jason Tiger's always a horse that's tough to get past. Now he's raced good from off the pace recently, but I want him on the engine all day, and I think that's where he's going to be today.
Yeah, and you know what? We mentioned earlier about a horse being kind of busy over the last week or so plays here. Well, Cameron got a pretty good lineup tonight, including his mare, his trotting, claiming trotter of the year, 2024 at the Raceway, Champagne Bettina. Racing here on the 14th where she's second. Raced here Monday night, she's second, and she gets a great shot in race number 8, part of this pick 5 sequence.
Yeah, and she can fly off the gate, right? I mean, that's what's so good about her. Like, her best assets are early speed. Usually plugs her in for a good trip, if not on the engine. Really nice mare that just keeps on picking up big pieces. I mean, you look up at her page, she's no worse than second.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even beyond that, she's hit the board all kinds of times last year. So, nice trotting mare. Like you said, nice lineup for Cam McQueen throughout the evening.
Right on. Live shot from our paddock. You can see the horses and drivers and their caretakers leading their horses out. They'll be stepping out on a post parade here shortly. Stand by. Just like that, out and on post parade, race number 6 of 10, starting up tonight's late pick 5. You're looking at one, So Strange, racing for owner-trainer Keith Cullen of London, Paul McKenzie on board. A single claim entered on 2, Sport and Sense. Sam Filion driving for Charles Gazzola. Trainers Brett Lester. Don and Heather McGregor sharing ownership on 3, The Lone Ranger, trained by Peter Core. Scott Ray stays on. A single claim entered for 4, Speak of War. This one owned and trained by Chris Johnston of Sombra. Daryl Thiessen staying on for the drive. A claim entered on 4. And then 5, Dark Moves. Dark Moves will try to double up here at a price. Racing for owner-trainer Troy Cochran of Dorchester, Garrett Rooney. Austin Sorey up on 6, Southern Flight. Racing 4, Cecilia Richardson. Cameron McQueen training Austin Sorey in the bike. Outside chance for a 7, Perfectly Blue. This one for Kyle Stretch, trader Corey Fuller, Lauren House. And trailing out, number 8, He's Got Swagger. It's Gerard Demirs, the owner-trainer Travis Henry. On board, they'll try to overcome that trailing spot 8. It's the opening leg of a late pick 5 in London. Alrighty, we're going to stay with this 8. He's Got Swagger, a top selection for Robert Reed Jr. Top selection for many, and maybe a single for many. But I've got this one pegged where you'd might want to use more than the 8. That trailing spot, Robert, we say it all the time. Probably one of the last times we'll say it together. Very tough post to overcome in London.
No, it definitely. You know what? It's kind of snuck up on us last couple of years, right? Where all of a sudden the trailer post is one you don't want to be. Because I remember one time where you kind of bet with confidence if you had a friend to follow, we'll say, right? But now I usually look to beat favorites from this spot. Now I still put He's Got Swagger on top because he's rounded back into really nice form and he's been racing well as of late. And last time out he came from off the pace. When for me he's always one that likes to kind of get put into play. And I think tonight, you know, if he gets away well enough, he might go on the attack pretty early in the mile and be tough to beat. 8-5 though, trailing post, like you said, Sugar. You might want to use a couple more in here, and that's why I didn't go with a single. I've got 2 singles after this.
Sure.
So probably ambitious to try to walk the tightrope with 3 singles.
I do like his look. 10-year-old son of Vintage Master. Now for a veteran pacer, I like his look because he's nice and loose.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, he's out there and he's probably feeling pretty good about himself, right? He's got a couple of wins in his last 6, and he's certainly been in the mix throughout. I mean, he had a great season last year, 56 lifetime wins and no signs of slowing down for He's Got Swagger. Maybe a little bit lower in class than he once was, but I mean, still doing good things at the age of 10.
Sure thing. Less than a minute here to get in on the late pick 5 in London. Your second choice is 4, Speak of War. Great check getter all along here for owner-trainer Chris Johnston, instigating a claim on number 4, Speak of War. Daryl Thiessen staying on.
Yeah, and I think both claimed horses, intrigue me because, number one, they're getting claimed, and they're both in pretty good form lately. And that second last time was a good one. Jim's Big Thrill just ran them off their feet right on the engine.
Yeah.
No real chance to catch that one. But consistent performer, Speak of War, for hitting the ticket. And, Daryl Thiessen now third time aboard. I think we're going to see this one get put into play, maybe try to even chop it out. But I think 5-2. Right now, he's the value on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know he's 4-1 morning line.
Sure.
But I think 5-2 is a solid price on him.
All right, they are going to the gate. How about the value on the 5, Dark Moose, who was very, very sharp in the winter conditions? 11-1, 9-1 tonight.
And he's one that's strung really strong efforts together. I mean, you see right now he's hitting the board with frequency, but I know he's gone through spells where he just goes to the top week after week and he wins. Not like a tremendous amount of speed inside of him. Maybe he tries to ambush them again, Sugar.
He's right up on the gate for Garrett Rooney here. Maybe blasting the 5, Dark Moves. They're in behind. Final call to get in on the late pick 5 in London. A group of $8,000 claimers on the pace. Full field of 8 behind the gate. A 60th out. Little steppy and off stride, the 2, Sport and Sense at 7-5. Jumped it off prior to the start. They're off. The Speak of War was out looking for the lead up on the outside. Dark Moose wants to be up close again. So Strange away in third, sliding into fourth with Southern Flight. Fifth best away for the Lone Ranger. That came ahead of He's Got Swagger, who went under tight. 6-5, Lions in 6. Seventh is Perfectly Blue. The earliest trailer was the earliest breaker. Sport and Sense. Up and by the quarter mile. Going forward tonight. It's a front-end mission for Speak of War with the claim entered. And at 7-5, he broke the beam at the quarter mile. In 28-4, Dark Moose holding second. Third best on the outside now, Southern Flight. Traveling first up at a big number. Inside, a traveling in fourth is So Strange off the back end. Now He's Got Swagger. Moves into play for Henry. That'll be a toe up for Sport and Sense. Trying for the huge recovery here. And it's 4 in and 4 out with just over a lap to go. Speak of War gets the marching orders tonight. A minute 3/5 for the halftime Speak of War. Doing it well thus far. Back on for the deuce was Dark Moose. Stalling maybe out there in third. Southern Flight that has He's Got Swagger angled to the 3 wide side. So Strange pushing on through is claimed third now for McKenzie at a big price. So, up and towards 3/4 they go. Speak of War, still on the lead. Second best has been Dark Moves, roused up from third. So Strange, still waiting on He's Got Swagger out there 3 deep into the final turn after 3/4. 1:30-3. Speak of War on top, getting a look to the outside. Dark Moves, He's Got Swagger, still coming on the wide side, and 1/8 of a mile left to go for Speak of War. Dark Moves trying to challenge here from the pocket. Speak of War, though, very strong. Speak of War. Thiessen on board for Johnston. They go all the way. He's Got Swagger second. Very close for third. So Strange against Dark Moves. 2, 1, and 4.
We thought that Speak of War would go forward off the gate tonight. He did exactly that, Sugar. And you know what? We always talk about it. If you could bet that race the quarter pull. I know he went down to 7-5, but I think we would have probably taken even a shorter price on him at that point because the 2 Sports Sense made that early miscue, and you could already see He's Got Swagger is going to have a long way to come, and that's not really the name of his game. And we kind of see that trailing post, right? Just create that traffic, create that distance between them and the pace setter, and it lets Speak of War scoot away to enough where he was able to fend them off in the stretch. But 7-5, I think probably plays bigger in the pick 5 pool because a lot of that money came pretty late on him, probably because he looked pretty fired up behind the gate.
Yeah, I agree. Speak of War, Two-hole ride last time out. I thought he'd offer more coming through the stretch in his latest, but they were coming pretty good on the end of it with Jim's Big Thrill on top. Speak of War holding second, and then there was traffic before that. Racing in London January 3rd, caught up in traffic, Speak of War. So great to see Chris Johnston getting the job done with Daryl Thiessen. The claim was entered tonight, right? So Speak of War, you want to see him in the winner's circle for the connections. He's going there right now at 7-5, a second choice to start up the late pick 5, but as you mentioned, Rob, likely to play a little bit larger in the pick 5 play. So here we go. Speak of War is back, a 5-year-old son of Art Speak out of Warrawee Templar by Shadow Play, bred by Winback Farm, owned and trained by Chris Johnston. Daryl Thiessen had him on top all the way. Yes, indeed, the marching orders tonight for Speak of War as he goes downtown in London over the good track in 2:01.4 for career win number 15, his first victory of 2025. Congratulations. Race number 6 goes official. And there's the claiming action. Speak of War will be going to trainer Michel LeBlanc after being claimed for $8,000. Also claimed for $8,000 was 2 Sport and Sense. Will now be racing for owner-trainer John Kennedy. So Speak of War goes to Michel LeBlanc, and Sport and Sense goes to John Kennedy following claiming action from race 6. We're going to look at prices now. $480 for Speak of War. Exactor came back at $14.50. Dollar Try $24.70. The Super for $1. $135.80. 20 center $27.60. Race 7 up and coming. Shoeing change for number 2 Hogwash. Hogwash, the 2, switching from steel to aluminum shoes up front. Weather scratches for both 3 Come On Barney and 4 Live and Large. 3 and 4 have scratched from race number 7. Got a reduced field of 5 then. Up and coming for the late pick 4 Exactor Try and Super. 6 minutes to think about it. Race 6 rundown. So Strange for Sport and Sense 6. The Lone Ranger 5th. Speak of War was a winner. Dark Moose 3rd. Southern Flight 8. Perfectly Blue 7. He's got Swagger finishing second best. From the top of 4, 6, 5, 1, 3, 8, 7, and 2. Daryl Thiessen in the winner's circle for race number 6. So he doubles up on the night after scoring in the 4th with Scarlet Dragon. 5 minutes away from our late pick 4.
Speak of War went all the way on the engine and race number 6. Logical horse there, Sugar to kick off the late pick 5. Likely not that Sugar price though in that pool, but solid effort too from the favorite. He's got Swagger. Kind of impressed with his late kick there. Really did all he could do in there to get second under the wire.
You betcha. How about the late pick pick 4. Starting up then in race number 7. Jays and Tigers, as expected, right? Opening up as a 6-5 favorite. But you know what, Robert? Reduce field of 5 and take nothing away from any of the others in here. This race could be wide open. Anytime you get a short field in London, we saw back in race number 3, steady as we go on top, but they stayed close throughout there. So anytime you get a short field in London, they seem to stick close and all be in with a shot with a quarter mile left to go most times.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. You know what the funny thing is for me here, and maybe you as well, I made up my mind I was going to play Jays and Tigers last time out just because the trip wasn't to his liking. And I kind of already had in my head, listen, I'm playing him next time. Sometimes when you do that, you don't really see the big picture. Now, I'm going to stick with him. I think you are too.
Yeah.
But I do think this race is an intriguing one. And when they do get a short field like this, I mean, interesting things can happen. But hey, I'm going to stay aboard and hope that price stays at 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going to single up all day this one. Jays and Tigers just wasn't in the cards last time out. The trip didn't work out. He was a slow starter from the rail. He was gapped off a bit and then had lots to overcome when racing on the outside and then widest of all going through the final turn. Just the trip wasn't to his liking last time out and hoping for better things tonight. Number 1, Jays and Tigers, Austin Surrey. Another rail advantage to work with for Cameron McQueen. That combination already in the winner's circle with the rail in the 5th race, Trident Sealster. So Jays and Tigers for me and you singling up here. The opening leg of the pick 4 play. We're 4 deep in the 8th race. The Trotters using a Final Dream and then Sant'Ambrosio, Champagne Bettina, Texaco Man. Singling up the 2, Machaco. Loved this horse last time out. Had him pegged as a winner, and he looked like a winner. Prior to the no contest, he was scoring down very nicely out of the post parade, so we're going to be looking for that closely. Coming out of the parade for race number 9 on 2, Machaco. We'll look for his body language out of the post parade. He was sitting 2, and looked great in that last one just prior to the no contest. So Machaco is a single for me in the 9th, 10th race, all button on a shortened up field of 6. Like that for me. How about you, Robert Reed Jr., your late pick 4 in London?
Well, you know I'm singled here to Jays and Tigers. Now bet down to 1-5. Love his chances off the claim for Cam McQueen and Austin Surrey. Race number 8, singling the 6, Texaco Man. Love the way he raced last time. He's had success here at the Raceway as well. A hot barn. I'm going to single him. Now, if I was going to use others, it would be the 4 and the 5, San Ambrosio, and the 5, Champagne Bettina. Race 9, 2, 4, 5, and 7. Love your idea with Machaco. I saw the same thing. That's why I put him on top. Looked so lively off the gate. Was sitting a real nice pocket with lots of horse. The race was called off, so that gives you a bit of an edge knowing that coming into this week's race. And then the finale, 2, 5, and 7. But you know what? You've convinced me to maybe play a couple of tickets with the all button as well, because if we get there that thin, you hate to miss out on it, especially if a longer price wins and it's a nice payout, because the ticket's only $1.20 for 20 cents.
Sure thing. Back to the opening.
$2.40 for 20 cents.
Right on. Sure thing. We'll go back to that opening leg of the pick 5 play. You mentioned Speak of War. He went away as a second choice. I think it was 7-5, but I'm thinking like you, he plays a little higher in the pick 5 because Sport and Sense was taking serious action, and we all know He's Got Swagger was taking lots of play in there as well. So likely to be third choice, right, behind those two in the pick 5 wagering?
I would think so, because the money came late,
yeah.
Right? And again, he looked fired up behind the gate. Him and Dark Moose both on the gate before anyone else. The 2 makes that break at the gate as well, so Bellbetters might be pivoting to a different horse, and the logical one to me would pivot to, if you're betting one that's going to try to get away off the gate, would be the 4 Speak of War. So
that's I think you nailed it right there. The 2 breaks, there's still time to fire in some heavy late win money for 3 who you know is blasting, and that's how it all went down. Robert Reed Jr. with us tonight for Ticket Ideas, broadcast commentary, and more. Just one more night in London. These Ticket Ideas brought to you by Abode Home Comfort. Best of luck playing along with these Ticket Ideas or coming up with your own ticket selections on our late pick 4. $8,000 claimers on the pace. For race number 7 of 10, this one begins the late pick 4. You're looking at 1. Jays and Tigers coming in off the claim. Now racing for owner-trainer Cam McQueen of London. Austin Sorey in the sulky. Going out of post 2 tonight will be Hogwash. A shoeing change for Hogwash. Steel to aluminum up front tonight. Becca Williamson owning. Brett Lester trains. Sam Fillion stays on. 3 and 4 both scratched from here. Number 5, Sports Section. You're looking at him here, the son of sports writer, racing for Francis Guillemette. Stefan Jeffroy, Francis trains. Scott Ray gets the call. Then 6, Greystone Ian O. Lauren House for Ryan Clements. Ryan Willis. Lauren sharing ownership. He trains and drives as well. This 6, Greystone Ian O. And then the 7 outside for Highway Vagabond. Back from Flamborough stint, racing for Craig Ellis. Tyler Liscombe. It's Gerard Demir's training. Travis Henry driving 7, Highway Vagabond. Reduced field of 5 here. Anyone of 5, it appears, to start up this late pick 4. Exactor, Try, and Superfecta. Alrighty, so the 1, Jays and Tigers here. An interesting play. Had the rail to work with last time out. Robert just didn't get away well. The trip didn't suit him last time out, but a change in scenery might help things for this 12-time winner. Great season for former owner-trainer Diana McIntosh, and now starting for Cameron McQueen, and Austin Sorey gets the call, hoping for a better beginning from this rail advantage tonight.
Yeah, oddly enough, this is the 3rd stint for Cam McQueen with this horse. The first time 4 start, one on the board finish, did pick up several checks. Second stint was one start, was a winner at Dresden, and was off the pace, oddly enough, as a 4 to 5 favorite. So this is going to be 3rd stint for Cam McQueen. This time rail control, and I just think that Jason Tiger's kind of evolved into a horse that does his best work on the engine. He can leave out of there, faster than most at this level, and I think that that's going to be the game plan tonight. So 1 to 5 on the board. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel here, Sugar. It's a 5-horse field. Hopefully, he gets his own way in the lead and just keeps on going. He
really did put together a great 2024 season. 27 from 35 starts, top 3 finishes, and 35 grand made. That's a solid season for a claimer here in Southern Ontario.
Yeah, and I'm familiar and fond of him, too, because I got to see him a lot at Dresden, even at Leamington as well, right? Tracks that I had the privilege of working for over the course of the summer.
Right.
We'll miss doing work for them as well. And I got to see Jason Tigers live and in person at those venues several times.
How about the 2 Hogwash shoeing change? Steel to aluminum up front tonight.
Yeah, intriguing, right? You always got to, look at horses when they're getting that shoeing change. And I thought he raced okay last time. I wasn't all that excited about the replay, but I thought it was good enough that we might see him take a step forward and a follow-up try here at the Raceway. Looks okay on the track right now, 7 to 1 value player.
How about this? 20 to 1. Greystone E&O, shortened up field. Love that big price.
What's interesting? Every time I look at Greystone, I say if he would draw inside, he'd have a chance against these types. Well, tonight, he kind of gets it by a couple of scratches. He gets to move in.
Right.
He gets to now start from post 4. That might be what he needs to kind of get into the race. That's a big overlay on a horse that's not without a chance.
That's a big, big price. Possible bomb time here in the 7th. Big price. Greystone E&O, 19 to 1 now, and still time. Field of 5. We've got Jays and Tigers, Hogwash, Sports Section, Greystone E&O, Highway Vagabond, and here they come. They're off a much better beginning for Jays and Tigers this week with that rail advantage. He's out there leading for Austin Sorey in the early going. Jays and Tigers to the top. Plugged in there for a 2-hole ride was Hogwash, settling into a midfield third. Highway Vagabond from the outside gate. Sports section went on holding fourth. The earliest trailer, well, that would be the closer. Greystone Ian O. Single file up and towards this quarter mile. Jays and Tigers front ending this week 29-3. Jays and Tigers tugging on Austin Sorey into turn number 2. Hogwash loose lined in the pocket. Highway Vagabond on hold there in third, though he's thinking about it. Traveling in 4 sports section, fifth and trailing, a Greystone Ian O. No takers, no challengers yet for this pace setter. Jays and Tigers, the 1-2 fave, in complete control here with a lap to go. Chased up in second, Hogwash, the uncovered. Bid now for Highway Vagabond. Inside, traveling 4th sports section. And trailing Greystone Ian O. The half clocking in a minute and 2/5. Jays and Tigers still going on with it here. Austin Sorey yet to being asked. Yet to ask of anything from Jays and Tigers just yet. He is leading. Up and challenging is Highway Vagabond. Hogwash tripping out here in third. Fourth and angled wide. Sports section, Greystone Ian O. to save some ground here into the final turn. After 3 quarters, it was 130 flat. Jays and Tigers open road tonight is still a 1. Hogwash has been getting a great journey here at 9-1. The longest shot on the board will try to come up against this heavy favorite into the stretch. Jays and Tigers, though, appears to be so good to go this week. Jays and Tigers, yes, indeed. Sorey's on board for McQueen. They pair up for a couple of victories tonight. Close for second, Greystone Ian O. was involved with that place photo and Hogwash, the 2 longest shots in a place photo. No doubt about the winner, though. Jays and Tigers, 2 minutes, 4/5.
Seemed almost like a formality once he got to the lead, that easy, Sugar, that he was going to be making his way to the winner's circle tonight, right? I mean, just totally different trip than last time. Pushed out of there. He got a lot of front-end respect, and then by the time he did face the challenger, he was just too much pony for the rest of them tonight. He paced away. When he finally did get urged by Austin Sorey, it was lights out from Jays and Tiger. Winner off the claim at 1-2.
Yeah, I liked his body language on the half mile approach, too. Austin Sorey had a ton of horse. You know, Jays and Tigers, he doesn't pull a whole lot, but he was right on the bit here for Sorey tonight. I think he kind of liked that front-end mission. It's been a few weeks since he's been leading all the way. He got the job done gate to wire here on Boxing Day in that fashion, and great to see him kind of bounce back here. He's such a nice season last year 2024. Again, he was 27 for 35 in top 3 finishes. Wonderful job by former owner trainer Diana McIntosh, and good to go for Cameron McQueen tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's going to be now. It's a 2 in a row. Long time between starts, but 2 in a row for Cam McQueen. Last time that he had him was some time ago off the claim. He only had him for 1 start. And this time around, I mean, might see this one go on to continue success, right? Because like you said, tremendous season last year. Recent form have been fantastic. Just didn't pan out last time, and this time it certainly did.
Here he is, back to the winner's circle. Jays and Tigers, 7-year-old gelded son of Tiger Rama out of Mock Saphir by Mach 3. Bred by Diane Sylvester of Sarnia. Owned and trained by Cameron McQueen of London. Austin Sorey was on board for this gate-to-wire win. It was 2 minutes, 4/5. That's Cameron. That's Austin. They're in the winner's circle twice thus far tonight. Congratulations. It's official. Jays and Tigers, $3. Exactor, $9.90. Dollar try, $15.25. Super for a buck, $32.40. Trotters for race number 8. Trotters in race 8 with no changes. Field of 6. Exactor, try, super, a pick 3 opportunity. Again, there are no changes. Race 6, a trotting event. 8 minutes to post time. Here's that rundown for race number 7. Jason Tigers, Gate to Wire winner, Hogwash second. 3 had scratched. Living Large scratched as well. Sports section 4. Greystone E&O on for 3rd, and Highway Vagabond 5th. From the top, a 1-2 scratch. Scratch 4, 3 and 5. Trotters up and coming for race number 8. There are no changes. Opening up at even money. 6 Texico Man. Then 2-1 action for 2, 7 iron, 5-2 4. Santa Brosio in off the claim. 6 starters, 4 minutes to post time. Exactor try, the super, and a pick 3 opportunity.
In harness racing, there are options when it comes to owning a standardbred racehorse. You can own the entire horse, or you can share the horse with a few partners. Or you can share with a lot of partners in a fractional ownership stable. Whatever option you choose, you'll find the experience of owning a racehorse connects people to horses and to one another in truly remarkable and sometimes unexpected ways. To learn more about standardbred racehorse ownership in Ontario, reach out to connect with someone who can help you get started on your journey.
Standardbred Association is working with you to ensure a vibrant horse racing community. Shared stories call for a united voice. That's COSA, representing the interests of horse people racing at Ontario racetracks. So whether you're first, last, or somewhere in between, we've got your back. With insurance, benefits, free lifetime memberships, and more. COSA. Follow our stories on social and check out the process at cosaonline.com.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Ghislain Baguette. For you, the racing enthusiast, as Ghislain speaks with champions, breeders, trainers, owners, drivers, and more, live. Passion Courses on Facebook Live, Wednesday evenings at 7 Eastern. Good time to update the live money looks for the multi-leg wagers. So the late pick 5 containing just shy of $15,000 and $1,814 still in play following victories by a heavy favorite, Jason Tigers, and more or less a third choice in the opening leg with Speak of War. He was winning. So a couple of favorites, really. To start things up in the pick 5 play, a little more than 10% of that almost $15,000 pool still going forward here. The pick 4 began in race number 7 with that heavy favorite Jays and Tigers. Pick 4 pool containing just shy of $10,000, about half of it still going forward here. So Jays and Tigers well supported in the pick 4 wager, that opening leg winner, gate to wire. We'll see them on post parade here for the upcoming 8th race very soon. Trotters featured here. I went to the 4. Sant'Ambrosio off the claim. Robert Reed Jr., Nathan Bain go to the 6. Texaco Man. Lucerella Giuseppe Paquette go to the 5. Champagne Bettina. Live shot from our paddock, our trotters, with their connections being let out there, exiting the paddock. Post parading here shortly for race 8. No changes on this 8th race trotting event. The 5, Champagne Bettina, does have a missing line. That line was a decent second here on Monday night. She is always a threat. You can look through the program lines and see nothing but first and seconds for Champagne Bettina. Right now, a 5-1 price player. Cameron McQueen will try for his 3rd training victory on the night. Here come your trotters for race number 8 of 10. Exactor try, super. It's a pick 3. You're looking at 1. This is Final Dream. Racing for owner-trainer Jason Sherman. Garrett Rooney going back on board tonight. Final Dream on the rail. More to come here. The next one we'll see on parade. Number 2, 7 Iron, racing for owner-trainer Vic Putty. Jimmy Gagnon driving. Current even money favorite here. 7 Iron, the 2, taking all the early action. Number 3, Gloire Dream, the 14-year-old chestnut, racing for Connor Wade of Dorchester. Riley Simpson trains. Lauren House going back on. Investiman KFP along with Carl Duguay sharing ownership on 4. Sant'Ambrosio following the claim. Now racing for trainer Gerard Demers. Travis Henry aboard. Champagne Bettina, there she is. Busy 5-year-old daughter of Archangel from Post 5 for John and Cameron McQueen. Cameron training. Daryl Thiessen up. And the outside chance for 6. This is Texaco Man, a known closer for Francis Guillemette, Eric Beausejour. It's a Francis training. Sam Filion staying on. This is 6. A Texaco Man as we go inside of 2 minutes on race number 8. No changes. So we'll stay on the Texaco Man. Robert Reed Jr., top selection here. Not a whole lot of gate speed, but certainly normally closing well on the end of his miles. Texaco Man tries for his 30th career win tonight, Rob.
Yeah, I think he's got 6 wins here at the Raceway, Sugar. And, you know, I distinctly remember when our good friend Gilles Paquette called this one to a victory. Wide side, grandstand side, sweeping past most of the field anyways in the stretch. And, I just kind of have that memory, ingrained in my brain. You know what I mean? And
well, it was a big call, too. Big call.
It was,
yeah.
And here comes the Texaco man. He always brings the passion. We love Gilles Sand. And the thing is that, for me, I just thought this was a good class transition, optional 13,000 claimer at Flamborough Downs. I think this is, around the same type of group. I mean, he faced Onurotec Perfetto last time. He's not on top of his game, but he's a classy veteran.
Sure.
And Francis Guillemette, really red hot right now. He's won 5 of his last 11 starts. So I love Tesco Man in here. I thought he raced tremendous last time in victory. He finished with broken equipment in that mile as well. And, a 6-horse field, he doesn't have to really navigate too much. And I think he'll likely try to get the outer flow pretty early if he gets away last off the gate.
Okay. Busy mare in the 5, Champagne Bettina. Business is good for trainer Cameron McQueen tonight.
Absolutely, it is. Hot bar and right. He's got 2 wins, and this is one that she raced well to be second last time out, and she's just been in tremendous form as of late. And her gate speed is her best asset. She'll likely flash it again.
Alrighty, it is the 8th race trotting event. No changes. All 6 on gate, of course. The early action was coming for the 2 7-iron, though the late action now is on the 6. Texaco Man. Shout out to our friend of the show, Ghislaine Paquette. On the rail, Final Dream, Garrett Rooney, 7-iron, Jimmy Gagnon, Gua Dream, Lorne House, San Ambrosio, Travis Henry, Champagne Bettina, Daryl Thiessen, Texaco Man, Sam Fillion. Trotters picking up speed. Here they come. And there they go from the center. Sant'Ambrosio, though. Champagne Bettina loves it on the lead. That's where she will be. Champagne Bettina for Thiessen on top. Sant'Ambrosio left out for a 2-hole ride. Final Dream. A long shots up there in the top 3. Gapped off in the 4 spot. 7-iron. And off stride went the 6 Texaco Man. Texaco Man at 4-5, made a brief miscue. He is back down trotting, though he is a gapped off trailer here, at least 15 lengths off this lead of Champagne Bettina, wheeling them through the opening quarter mile, clocking 29-4. Champagne Bettina on top with Sant'Ambrosio towing along in second. Final Dream on hold third, and considering a option to move there at a 4-7-iron. Gua Dream looks at it from 5th. Back with them trailing following that brief break prior to the quarter mile was Texaco Man, halftime leader. Champagne Bettina right here. Second best has been Sant'Ambrosio, an uncovered move now from 7-iron, trying to get involved from a 3rd. A toe up for the big long shot Gua Dream. Out there in the 5th spot, saving ground was Final Dream. So up and by 3/4. Champagne Bettina, she's going to go for it right here. Champagne Bettina was on top by 2.5 lengths, trying to stay close in second. Sant'Ambrosio, Final Dream has come back for 3rd. Out there in the 4th spot as they race up and by 3/4. 7-iron, 132-3. This mare was 29-3 through the 3rd. Champagne Bettina doing it, and doing it well. Now on top by 3 full lengths. Sant'Ambrosio will try to hold second. Final Dream clinging to 3rd. Champagne Bettina, the leading lady here. Daryl Thiessen's going to be in for the driving triple. Cameron McQueen, a training triple on this night. Champagne Bettina all the way. Close for second. Sant'Ambrosio was trying to hold against Final Dream and splitting horses late to claim a spot in the Superfecta. It was Texaco Man, 2-4-2.
We mentioned hot trainer. Well, no one hotter tonight than Cam McQueen and Champagne Bettina. One that certainly likes being on the engine, Sugar. Well, this time around, she goes to the lead, keeps on trucking, and wins by as much as she pleased. Real nice victory. In 3-1, right? Last time disappoints as the favorite. This time she comes out and she absolutely dominates at a much bigger number. Now, I will say, won't help me much, but if people were watching Texaco Man there, made that miscue, kind of got mixed up with another rival, took himself, a little bit out of it, did make a recovery, but was absolutely bottled up at the head of the stretch with all kinds of trots. So
Okay. Maybe
you
for
watch
next
that
time
race
then,
for
right?
Circle
Circle up for
around
next time. Yeah.
Wherever he ends up, you're going to likely want to play Texaco Man next time. Won't help me, but it might help you.
Texaco Man, the brief, rare miscue just prior to the quarter mile, and huge recovery. He was flying late, as you mentioned, Robert, to get to fourth, the Superfecta, 5.416. But this busy mare, Champagne Bettina, they never even challenged her. She never saw a horse come to her, Rob.
No, and you know what? I think that's another thing with her, too, is that, she kind of swells up when she gets left alone in the lead, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed that. And she is one that races, game to the finish. Just got beat last time. But tonight, determined. Barn saw. We said it, right?
Yeah.
You got to level. You can bet at Barn with confidence. Well, Cam McQueen, there's a triple tonight for him. Horses are in fine order.
Right on. Champagne Bettina, 5-year-old bay mare by Archangel out of Daydream by Muscles Yankee for owners John McQueen and Cameron McQueen. Cameron with a training triple. Daryl Thiessen with the driving triple tonight. Last year's claiming trotting horse of the year here at the Raceway. This is Champagne Bettina with her second victory of 2025. Never faced a challenger throughout. A winner in 2-4 and 2. Congratulations. Eighth race is official. Price is posted. $8.10 for Champagne Bettina. Exactor came back at $25.10. The dollar try, $74.40. Super for $1, $2.02. A 15, a 20 center worth 40, a 43. Ninth up and coming, back on the pace for our final two tonight. Pacers for race 9. Believe it's blinkers for the once in Buster 6. A triactor, an exactor, super, and late double. Starting up in race number 9, all 7 on gate for this 9 minutes to post time. Race 8 rundown for the Trotters. Final Dream, 3rd. 7, Iron, 5th. The Gloire Dream, 6th. And Ambrosio, 2nd. Champagne Bettina, race winner Texaco Man, finishing 4th. Top down, 3, 5, 6, 2, 1, and 4. And again, we'll offer up congratulations to winning driver Daryl Thiessen, winner aboard Scarlet Dragon, as well as Speak of War and Champagne Bettina, driving triple tonight. And for trainer Cameron McQueen, big night for Cameron after scoring back in race number 5, Trident Sealster, on to race 7, Jays and Tigers. And then race 8, Champagne Bettina. Cameron McQueen for a training triple on this night in London. 6 minutes to post time, 9th race. Pacers are next. Pacers for our final 2 races, Exactor, Tri, Super, and Late Double next. Four minutes away from the upcoming 9th race due to the cancellation of racing last night. The special Trifecta Tuesday event for the month of January, well, it will take place on Tuesday, January 28th. No better deal in London for seniors and a dining experience when you combine a buffet dinner, you get a Raceway voucher, a free play voucher for Gateway Casino, seniors discount in effect as well for the Trifecta Tuesday event. Top of the fair, it is now rescheduled for this coming Tuesday, January 28th. Reserve your spot now at the top of the fair. So a carryover, more or less, for the Trifecta Tuesday event. After the cancellation last night, Trifecta Tuesday for the month of January will be held this coming Tuesday, January 28th, top of the fair. Reserve your spot now at topofthefair.com. Claiming action continuing this evening in London. Busy in the claiming box this evening. So in the 10th and final race tonight, a single claim has been entered for number 7, Snake Eyes Hanover. Again, race 10, single claim entered on number 7, Snake Eyes Hanover. Back on the pace for race number 9 of 10. Group of $8,000 claimers on the pace. Once in Buster 6. Racing for Ronnie McLean, Jason Sherman training, Lauren House driving. This one's in Buster 6. Post 2, this is Machaco. Racing for Mary Harris, Darren Rayner trains, Travis Henry on the lines tonight. Sand Walker 3, Dwayne Spitzig training and driving for owner breeder William Walker. Number 4, Officer Jones, Limco Inc., the owners. Vic Putty trains, Jimmy Gagnon driving for Officer Jones. Co-favorite here at 8-5 with the 7. Number 5, Twin Bee Fearless, Paul McKenzie, the choice in here for owner-trainer Gary MacDonald. Then 6, Some Beach Someday, Garrett Rooney for Braden Ribeling. Dwayne Spitzig trains. 7, Outside, Better's Dream, class dropping here for Kyle Stretch. Trainers Corey Fuller. Sam Filion in the sulky. And one more that we'll see. There's Officer Jones, 12-year-old son of always a virgin here, trying for his 41st career win. Again, racing for Limco Inc., trainer Vic Putty, Jimmy Gagnon, driving for Officer Jones. Field of 7, all on gate, no changes. Exactor try, a superfecta, and late double. Top selection here, Robert Reed Jr. and myself. We're both liking the chances here for this 2 Machaco. We mentioned it a few times already. Had a great journey last time out prior to the no contest. Was kind of full of himself out of the post parade. So I'm going to keep a close eye on him here, Robert, for the time being. He is right on the bit, racing for trainer Darren Rayner. Again, I like what I saw from him last time. Went winless through the 2024 season. Wouldn't that be something to come right back and get the job done here?
Yeah, and just a one-time winner, right? But
Wow.
the thing is I agree with you, Sugar. The thing for me is I thought this race was kind of, wide open. And when I was looking at it to who I could put on top, I wanted to go back and watch replays. And I know it was a no contest last time, but sometimes that gives you information, that you don't see in the program. And I saw exactly what you saw. A horse looked fantastic off the gate. He landed in the 2-hole, and he looked really full of himself in the pocket. So I said, you know what? If the same horse shows up tonight, he can probably beat this group. And I thought he might be a bit of value, and he is right now at 3-1.
And another thing I'm looking at, there's no gate speed in here. I don't see gate speed anywhere except for what I saw from Machaco last time out, where the program line, it just doesn't show gate speed on them. But for me, there's no gate speed anywhere else on the car here except for this 2 Machaco. That's why I'm siding with him. I'm going to stay with a single and hope for the best for Machaco here. And the price is okay. Could be a little more, 3-1, but Travis Henry hopping on board as well.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. And the thing is, I think you said it there. Like, you want to get 3-1 though, right?
Yeah.
Like if he takes a hit come post time, I might maybe not play with that pricing. 5-2 is probably the threshold, right?
Yeah, I think so. It better be.
But he looks the same as what I remember last time.
Yeah, same.
And I guess right now, 2-1 in the 4 Officer Jones makes him. This is a softer group for him, right?
Yeah.
So he deserves to take support in here. But really, a lot of these horses in these condition claiming type races, they're kind of down on their luck right now. So
Yes.
it comes down to who's going to show up tonight. And Paul McKenzie goes to the 5 Twin Bee Fearless here,
Yeah.
right? The 5
Yeah.
who you've always been a fan of. I'm shocked he's 15-1 right now.
Twin Bee
That seems
Fearless.
like a monstrous number on him.
Big number, Paul McKenzie likely had a choice in here because he's always listed on the 2 and the 5, so he opts for the 5. But for me, just the body language on this 2, Machaco going in behind the gate, I still love him in here. 9th race, $8,000 claiming group on the pace. Sinbuster 6, Machaco. Sandwalker, Officer Jones in the center, then Twin Bee Fearless, Sun Beach Someday, Better's Dream for 7 across into the stretch. Race 9, Pacers, pickup speed, here they come. They're off. Better's Dream wants to show early speed tonight from the outside gate. Killer crossover time in London. Better's Dream up on the outside looking for the lead. Sam Fillion got him pointed here at 9-5 and took the earliest control. Second best, Twin B Fearless at 19-1, all alone there. Traveling in third, Sin Buster 6, a late action for the two Machacos, sitting fourth. Then a gapped off fifth for Sandwalker, coming ahead of Officer Jones. Some Beach Someday is trailing. We've got three of them at 9-5 in here. The 2, 4, and 7, all co-favorites here at 9-5, 28-2. Better's Dream paid the cost to be this boss. Front-end mission tonight from the outside post 7. Better's Dream leading on this half-mile approach. He is getting class relief tonight, and he'll try to see this one through. Twin B Fearless continuing a second. Right line from fourth, moving into third. There goes Machaco. A toe up now for Some Beach Someday, getting underway from the back. A Sandwalker, the trailer moving out, was Officer Jones. Halftime up in a minute and 1/5. Leading was Better's Dream, though. Here comes Machaco. Machaco appears to be going forward here for Travis Henry. Machaco to the top. Second best now is Better's Dream out there in third. Travels up Some Beach Someday. Locked and blocked fourth. Twin B Fearless outside driving into 5. Moving into 4 is Officer Jones. 131 flat. Machaco chased up for this final turn. Some Beach Someday trying to get closer second. Officer Jones, a known closer, just took 30. Might try to save some ground here. It's not there. Into the stretch day turn. Machaco on the lead. Some Beach Someday will try to hold the play spot over Officer Jones. Machaco good to go here. Henry on board for Rayner. Officer Jones second. Some Beach Someday third. Then it was Twin B Fearless 2, 2, and 3.
Machaco got hammered down to 9-5, Sugar. I mean, you see three co-favorites at 9-5 there. I mean, we thought we might see him blast off the wings of the gate, but he did it the hard way, right? First over.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a big, quick quarter that probably took the starch out of the 7 Better's Dream, and that, afforded Machaco to just kind of waltz past that one, and then he was good to go after that. But, again, watching replay is so important, right, in this handicapping game.
Yeah.
Even when it's a no contest. And I'll be honest, when I see a no contest, I usually want to watch that even more, because then you get a feel of what was happening in a line that doesn't get charted, right?
Yeah.
It gives you an edge. And certainly we were both in tune with this one, because he looked fantastic before that race was called off.
He looked spitting image, as he did last time out in the no contest race. I kept a really close eye on him throughout, and going in behind the gate, I kind of smirked. You might have heard me kind of giggle. I was getting giddy with him. He was looking so good going in behind the gate. Travis Henry, fine job driving him first up to go on and win quite easy here, 9-5. So good to see when going to this one on top after that no contest. You look through the program lines, big double-digit odds throughout, even 9-1 last time out, and sitting on a win, right?
Yeah, you know what, Sugar, just to put it in perspective, Source is 1 for 103,
wow.
right, in his life.
Yeah.
He's got 30 on the board finishes, but, I mean, he just looked better than I'd ever seen him last time out in a race that didn't get charted. So tonight was the night to jump aboard.
He doesn't get there much, but we'll talk him up tonight. Machaco, 6-year-old Big Out of Sun, a Believe in Bruiser out of Keystone Red Hot by Cam Luck. Owned by Mary Harris, trained to win by Darren Rayner, driven to win by Travis Henry, his second trip to victory lane tonight. Second career win, Machaco on top in London, 2, 2, and 3. Congratulations. It's official, Machaco. $5.70 on that win price. Exactor $18.90. Dollar try, 42 even. Super for $1, $144.20. The 20 center came back at $28.84. 10th and a final up and coming. A couple of scratches in here. The weather scratches of 3, mostly Dolly, and 4, my outside voice. A single claim entered on 7. Snake Eyes Hanover, number 9, will not be moving in. You can remove the 3, 4, and 9 from race number 10. A field of 6 now for the non-jackpot high 5 finale. Exactor Try also featured. 8 minutes to post time. The official order of finish from race number 9. Sinbuster 6 was 6. Machaco, a race winner. Sand Walker 5th. Officer Jones 2nd. Twin Bee Fearless 4th. Some Beach Someday 3rd. And Better's Dream finishing 7th. From the top, a 6-1-5, 2-4, 3 and 7. Driving double. Travis Henry right there aboard 2. Machaco. From the top, a 6-1-5, 2-4, 3 and 7. 5 minutes away from our non-jackpot high five finale. Reduced field of 6 here with the scratches of 3 and 4. The 9 will not be moving in. Again, a claim entered on the 7 Snake Eyes Hanover.
After the race or before the race?
Just getting word, folks, a late scratch, a very late scratch sick on the night in this 10th race. The 1, Blossom on the Beach, just came out. So again, this just in, folks, a very late scratch. Race 10, the finale. Number 1, Blossom on the Beach, a late vet scratch sick in the finale. If you do have the 1, Blossom on the Beach, in any of your multi-leg wagers, you're going to wind up being the you're going to wind up getting the post-time favorite. Again, this just in, the late scratch of 1, Blossom on the Beach. She will not go. Any multi-leg tickets involving 1 will be replaced with the post-time favorite here in the finale.
No, just talk. Yeah, you just leave a field page up or something. Yeah. Sure, that sounds good. Yeah.
Alrighty, a little over 2 minutes for wagers here. Race 10, the finale, getting a look at Will Pays for the double, pick 3, pick 4, and pick 5. And just prior to the post parade for race number 10, Robert Reed Jr., if you're with us, late scratch. Sort of coming out of nowhere. A big night for Cameron McQueen on the go, and wouldn't that have been something had she raced and gotten there in the finale with Garrett Rooney on board?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was one of those ones where you see the hot barn, people probably getting excited as well. I mean, a pretty big, favorite in some of the will pays as well, right, Sugar? So it's going to kind of turn this race up on its head in the finale, shortens the field even more. But, unfortunate that Blossom on the Beach is going to go here in the 10th.
Speaking of will pays, I kind of like what I'm seeing for the will pays on the end of the pick 5.
Yeah, no, you know what? You beat the right horses, right? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Tesco Man, I think, was probably played pretty heavily. That was the one that I singled. He went down after that miscue, and it really helps out the payouts, right? You beat a couple favorites, and they pay.
You betcha. So let's talk about it. We're winding down your broadcasting career, right, in horse racing.
Yeah, when I worked the Costa show out there for the Drivers Holiday Challenge, right? I didn't know it was my last time doing a Costa broadcast.
Yeah.
And you always think, oh, I wish I knew that, but tonight at least I got to know that this is the last time I'm going to go postward on a broadcast. And you know what? Thank you so much to everyone at the Raceway. At Western Fair, especially, I got to also thank Tony Elliott, right? He brought me here in the first place.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Curtis McDonald, Cujo Entertainment certainly helped out quite a bit in getting me onto the broadcast, and then certainly working with Greg Blanchard and Amy O'Toole has just been a real treat. I mean, they've been amazing.
Yeah.
And yourself, right? I mean, I've got a lifelong friend in you, Sugar, but like I said before, and I don't like to get emotional, but Tuesday nights will never be the same.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I hear you. Like you mentioned earlier on in tonight's program, they put together two guys that had never met each other, and it took months before we even met in person. But we hit it off great right off the start. I mentioned earlier, probably cut from the same cloth, going to the track since we were kids with parents, and liked to play the horses, and like to just talk about what we saw on track prior to the races here in London. Most of the time wasn't sugar-coated. All the time, never scripted.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, too, is that if people could listen into our phone conversations, they sound the exact same, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
We're pretty much kind of the same way, whether we're talking about, the weather or maybe racing here at the Raceway or elsewhere. We're two guys that love the sport, right? And that's the thing that I think is really infectious about you, Sugar, and really kind of gets my juices flowing. And I work this show is that you bring the passion every night, and you truly do, love what you do, and that means a lot. So wow. Again, I thank you for bringing me up, and turning me into a good broadcaster.
Ooh, well, you know what? I appreciate you. Always have. I had no idea what we were getting into when Tony Elliott brought you on board, and like I said, we hit it off right off the bat. I don't think anything changed on our shows from day one until tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? A couple more thank yous from me real quick.
Yeah.
The participants here at the Raceway, drivers and trainers, always been forthright with me, especially when I'm there live doing interviews. Obviously, our equine athletes, they can't hear me, but they can, but they don't. I'm so appreciative of just the beauty of the sport. Yeah. And the other thing, too, our fans. I mean, the fans at Western Fair, the horse players, especially on X, incredible. The interaction we get is amazing, and I really hope that continues on, because that's the one thing that I get excited about every night here at the Raceway, is that I know you and me are going through a journey together, but we've got a bunch of people with us every night. The mainstays. We got Brad A, we got Ron, we got Christopher Worley, we've got Omer, we've got tons of people on X that are with us every single night.
Well, we went on so much about Machaco Race Day, and people were probably wondering what the heck are they looking at here in the program. But and Chris Swartley brought it up. I did not understand you guys, but thanks for the explanation. Right, so that's how we roll.
Yeah, and I got a couple of people too that messaged me privately saying, like, you like Machaco tonight? He's won for 103. And I'm like, look, I'm going on one angle with him. It was the same angle you saw, so I knew I had good company.
Right on. Well, you know what? We appreciate you always, and we'll keep in touch for sure, and we'll catch you following this post parade, race number 10 of 10. Here we go. It's our 10th and final in London. Reduced field of 5 now with the late scratch of 1. Blossom on the Beach. Here is the field. Azucar Pipe Dream now inherits a rail for owner-trainer Tom Ham of Strathroy. Sam Fillion listed. 3 and 4 were scratched. The 5, Southwind Bayou. It's Travis Henry on board for Francois Morin. Trainers Gerard Demers. Stepping out on parade, here's 6, Havarti 1, Ryan Stewart of Lucan. Owns and trains Paul McKenzie with the catch driving assignment tonight. An outside chance for 7, Snake Eyes Hanover. 1 claim is entered, owned by Shen Guo of Waterloo. Riley Simpson training Austin Sori, trying to triple up on the night. Trailing spot for 8, Anchor Surreal. Anchor Surreal racing for owner-trainer Pat Bissett, Lorne House. Driving from the trailing spot, Anchor Surreal, known closer here in London. That completes the field of 5. And again, it's still a high-5 opportunity. Exactor try. Robert Reed Jr. with us. One final time for the broadcast in London. Likely haven't seen the last of Robert around these parts. Your top selection, Robert, the 7, Snake Eyes Hanover, becomes your top selection after the scratch of 3. A claim is entered, right? And this horse only knows one way, and that is front end missions.
Absolutely. And you know what? The scratch has obviously helped tremendously. You couldn't see that coming.
No.
I just, figured that, she's one that likes the engine. There was quite a bit of speed in there to her inside. Now some of that gets scratched out, but I don't think anyone can go with her early foot off the car. And now you get the information that she's claimed, even more so like her chances in here, and the scratches only further help. So 2-1, I think, is the price you want to demand on her. But again, it's scratched down to just a short field of 5-year Sugar, but it's still a pretty competitive bunch. Yep. So I don't think you want to take too short of a price on anybody.
I agree here. Snake Eyes Hanover, if she doesn't have to use up a lot of speed in the early going to take control of this one, she could be tough to take down in here. Of course, she leaves right behind the car now with the scratches of 1, 3, and 4. Less than a minute for wagers on this high 5 finale. Another one to consider might be the 5, a Southwind Bayou. Henry and Demers teaming up here.
Yeah, that killer combo, right? And this is a classy mare as well. 27 wins, 164,000 made. We've seen her do good things here from an outside draw before. Better draw tonight. So I think that, we're likely going to see her get put into play. And again, you can never ignore, the Travis Henry, Gerard Demers combination. I know you always say it, but especially when they have one like this that has a nose for the wire. And situationally, I think this kind of shapes up well for Southwind Bayou as well. So it was kind of tough for me, current odds, who I'd go to, but I'll stick with Snake Eyes Hanover right now as long as that price is a 2-1.
Race 10, starter, has called for the horses. Robert, on behalf of all of us here at the Raceway, all your fans, the horse players, race fans that join us night in, night out, our whole racing team, and everyone involved in Raceway. We thank you so much for your support, your wonderful words on our broadcast over the last, well, almost 4 years of racing.
Yeah, the pleasure's been all mine, Sugar. Honestly, I'm truly blessed to have been on this ride with you. So thank you again to everybody. I'll certainly miss it, but I know that the passion will live on here. And yeah, Sugar, good luck to you as well here at the Raceway in the future.
Wonderful. We will see you. We will talk to you on down the road. Robert Reed Jr., thanks so much. Final broadcasting event for horse racing in Ontario. Here we go. Azucar, Pipe Dream, then Southwind Bayou. Havarti won. Snake Eyes Hanover trailing out. Anchor Surreal, reduced field of 5 into the stretch. Picking up speed. Here they come. Off and pacing. Snake Eyes Hanover knows one way, and that's the front end mission in London, trying to cross on over to grab the control. She's got it thus far. Not pylons just yet. Now she does. On by the opening 8. Snake Eyes Hanover has set the table early. Southwind Bayou went on hold in second. The midfield third for Azucar Pipe Dream. Gapping slightly in the 4th spot. Anchor Surreal likes to show that late pace. And trailing the field, Havarti won. Longest shot on the board. Would have to circle them from last. 29 flat. That's kind of quick for this pace setter. Snake Eyes Hanover with the claim entered right there in the pocket. Southwind Bayou. It's Azucar Pipe Dream traveling third. Closer now in 4th. Anchor Surreal. And still your trailer. Havarti won. Single file on this half-mile approach. Snake Eyes Hanover getting that front end respect. She closed up as a 1-2 heavy hitter. Anchor Surreal does make the move now. She commits to travel first up for Lauren House, following up a half of 59-4. Snake Eyes Hanover with company showing up. This is Anchor Surreal going forward for House. Anchor Surreal up and after the heavy favorite, Snake Eyes Hanover. Moving into third was Havarti won. Longest shot on the board in play. Moving on to take 4th, Azucar Pipe Dream. And not tonight for Southwind Bayou, it appears, up and by 3/4, 129-2. Snake Eyes Hanover still selling it here. Trying to buy it is Anchor Surreal. Traveling in third, Havarti won. Saving ground now is Azucar Pipe Dream. 7/8 of a mile. They're at it now. Snake Eyes Hanover just trying to see this one through. Anchor Surreal still pressing on the outside. Grandstand side. Mackenzie with Havarti won trying to pull off the big upset. Havarti won! Second best. Anchor Surreal. It did get close for third. Snake Eyes Hanover was trying to hold against Azucar Pipe Dream. And then it was well back to Southwind Bayou. 2-1-2.
That's right. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Is that good? Okay. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Honestly, amazing job as always. I'll miss you guys too. Okay. You take care.
All right, on her way back to the winner's circle following the 10th race upset. Longest shot on the board. Here she is. Havarti won. A 7-year-old daughter of Better Than Cheddar out of Keystone Samurai by Kamluck. Owned and trained by Ryan Stewart of Lucan. Paul McKenzie on board for the upset. That's 2 in a row for this mare over London. Upset winner tonight of the finale. 2-0-1-2. Havarti won. Takes the finale. Congratulations. 10th race has gone official, and the claiming action was posted there. Snake Eyes Hanover claim for $10,000. Will be racing for trainer Daryl Laver against 7 Snake Eyes Hanover. Claimed for the price of $10,000. Now racing for trainer Daryl Laver. Havarti won 22.70 on the nose. Exacta came back at 112 even. Dollar Try 119.50. The High Five 20 center 55.46. A late double. 9 even for the consolation. 186.40 for the actual double. The pick 3. 372.39. The pick 4. 606.45. There's the pick 5 as selected on the broadcast. We got lucky. $570.78 for that 20-cent pick 5, and that's all right. The rundown for race number 10. Azucar Pipe Dream finished 4th. Southwind Bayou was 5th. Havarti won the race winner. Snake Eyes Hanover finishes 4th, or 3rd that is. And then Anchor Surreal, well, that was second best. So from the top, scratch 4, scratch 5, 1, 3, and 2. And again, the claiming action, Snake Eyes Hanover, $10,000 claim, will now race for trainer Daryl Laver. That's a wrap on this evening's racing action. We've got live racing continuing this coming Friday evening, 5:50 start time. And again, we thank you for joining us tonight. We thank Robert Reed Jr. for being with us weekly on our broadcast. Yeah, Robert Reed Jr., all the best, pal, in your future endeavors, and we will catch you around the tracks of Ontario, I'm sure, soon. Thanking you all for joining us. All right, we're back on Friday evening, 5:50 from the Eye in the London Sky. Sugar Oil, have yourself a great night.